Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. Welcome here to any new subscribers. I go by Sophia, and this is Divinity Within Me, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Now, let me make sure I can hear you. Great, I can hear you. We're going to start with a little blessing spell. Dear Universe, Source, Creator, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, Archangels, Ascended Masters, Ancient Deities, Galactic Federation of Love, Light, and all of the other high vibrational beings that are here to help us in the evolution and the levolution of the collective consciousness and all that are here for the highest possible outcome and timeline of all of those involved. We thank thee for your presence, for your support, for your clear and concise and precise messages and guidance. We thank thee for your protection. We ask that that is any being that is monitoring spirits, handlers, groomers, anything like that are here or that show up, go blind, deaf, dumb, and just incinerate or something like this, right? In that any energy, bad words, attacks, verbal attacks, anything like this towards me or my collective, where they're using or speaking about us with any ill will or ill intentions, may that be transmuted back to us in the form of money, abundance, health, wealth, blessings, love, and light, and new opportunities. So mote it be. Um, so what I was channeling today, you guys, if you're new here, I am a psychic channel and medium, which means yes, I talk to spirits and dead people and all kinds of different things. And only the good beings and angels and spirits, right? I mean, I guess I talk to them all, but I only share directional protection and guidance via from the ones as you heard by the spell, the prayer, the protection, the blessing is basically is those that are here to help guide with the highest vibrational frequency and out a whole that worry. So it's not some um, it's for everybody, right? It's for everybody that's part of this collective. It's for everybody that's awoken, everybody that's not operating of lower frequencies or being driven by demonic entities, right? It's everybody. So um, real keepers of the light, real real healers, real teachers, real anybody, right? They want everyone to win. How do you know if somebody is really good or has demonic intentions? Anybody that is good wants people to win. We want everybody to win, right? This is not a competition. The only person, hello everybody, the only person that we're in competition with is ourselves. The only thing that we need to do is do better than we did yesterday, do better than we did the previous generation. And every day that's going to vary, every day that's going to look different. Some days we may have very large breakthroughs. Some days, for many of you guys, many people may have been waiting for some type of money payout, something that's been blocked or that hasn't been coming for a while. Some type of fortune, some type of maybe inheritance, maybe it's an investor, um, uh, something like this. Maybe, yeah, it's like something with a business, with a property, something like this. It could have been a loss, it could have been somebody that passed away. Okay. There could be some type of will or inheritance or trust or company or something that was left to somebody in the collective. And the thing that's going to be hard for the collective is actually that people didn't tell them that they were losing this person. Okay. Um, for some of you guys, collective, you may already know that you may have already been in contact with this person. You may already know. You may have already been being visited by them in more ethereal or spiritual realms, right? You may have already known, or you may have already felt this coming into play, that this person, that the maybe that they made a bad decision, right? That they lied, that they created something, that they made a bad decision, and you knew that that was going to end. For some of you guys, this could have been people. This could have been somebody that was actually actively, like, maybe a part of your family or friends, or somebody that you considered close at some point, that actually put some type of death spell, death magic, or something like this, and you knew, and they knew that that was going to come back, and there's really nothing that can be done at this point. So for some of you, this is yeah, this is a serious thing. This is a serious thing because they didn't choose to walk away from something when they were given the opportunity. They didn't choose to walk away from something when they were given the opportunity. It's like um, what I'm picking up on, or what I'm seeing, what they're showing me is like, if you go to a casino, right? Like, let's say you go to a casino and you make like a couple bets, and you really like get all your money, like double, triple, quadruple, like you get a lot. You get more than two, three, or four times the amount back. And you're like, oh yeah, but I feel I'm on a good roll, and so you keep playing uh, until you've lost it all. Essentially, is is kind of what I'm seeing, or what they're kind of showing me or picking up on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so that's all that really matters, is that you can actually fucking hear me or not. I don't know why these neighbors are fucking hating so much. Like, bitch, I was here before you. You came here to stalk me. So fucking stalk me and leave me the fuck alone. You want to know what I'm doing? Let me fucking do it. Every time you're going to watch me, you're too fucking lazy to watch or listen to what the fuck I have to say because you want to shut it down. That's some fucking lazy eye. Like, like some seizure shit, bro. Not some private eye. That ain't no investigatory shit. That's lazy. That's lazy eye shit. So, anyways, back to it. Back to life, back to reality. Okay, so anyways, fuck, fuck everybody. Fuck all the bullshit. And let's see what comes through. There is so much energy that has been coming through. As far as music, it's been really intense. As far as somebody really wants to fight for somebody's honor. So like there's this interesting energy of like nobody wants fight. They just want to let's make love, not war. So I don't really understand. So again, this is why it's collective reads. If you want to schedule a personal or private read, you can do so by checking out the information box below, or by subscribing and going to my channel. I'm doing this 5 on it. Um, actions and $5 raffle for some readings, for 5 readings, for 5 25-minute personal readings. So if you have personal questions, you can ask personal questions there, like that. If you have questions for the collective, no matter what, everybody that participates in the 5 will get something that comes out. Now there is some lovers, okay, or partnership coming some of you guys, this may have been some type of missed opportunity, or it may have seemed like some type of missed opportunity, or you guys may have just already written it off. You know, like, no offense, but collectives like I'm all good, bro. Like I'm meditating, bro. Like I'm good. Like actually, universe, like I don't need any more cycles or character development. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Like I don't need it. I don't need to like be worrying or looking into the future or dealing with people that are over emotional. Like I don't want to fight. I don't want to have to balance somebody's bullshit out. You know, like I don't want to have to be doing magic tricks or have somebody doing magic that's trying to fucking come up on me or do weird fucking spell work or magic to try to keep collective held up. Okay. Collectives at this collectives add this like they're not even fucking walking away from shit anymore. They're just avoiding it. It's like this is walking away. Like I'm walking away. I'm done with this situation. It's bullshit. Like they ain't even walking. Okay, they're avoiding it. It's like unless somebody comes back, unless somebody is gonna bring their ass over here, unless someone's gonna come to me and meet me and say, listen, because what happened is a lot of people made collective feel like they didn't know what they were talking about. They devalued, devalued, no, it's not, devalidated. They devalidated um, collective seeing these blessings, right? These outcomes. They devalued, they devalidated that, right? Because they were holding on to something because they were hung up because they were holding on to something because they were still doing their work. That or they're trying to fix something because there was some type of fight or somebody tried to do some type of magic and they're trying to do something to reverse it. Now, there's a couple things that I'm picking up on. One is there was some type of group that is now fighting, of course, because they tried to do some type of magic to create some type of chaos magic. Okay. They wanted to create a fight, and the fight didn't check out. Why? Because collectives like, I saw that shit coming. Like, I'm just here meditating. Like, unless literally, like, unless the angels or the gods or somebody like delivers that shit, like flowers with a fucking note and like ding dong ditches it and steps the fuck away and just lets me see how it feels before they fucking try to do anything. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, collectives like don't even come back. Like, what's those little videos? They're showing me those little videos where it's like don't be coming over here with all your crazy shit or whatever, you know, and like the little bird or the little animal or whatever is like running all over there and it's like beyond some crazy shit. Like this is what the collective's like, bro. No, no. Like unless this is a sure thing that is like divinely directed and provided, and unless it fucking comes to my doorstep, unless it's brought directly to me, okay? Unless somebody brings it, like this is someone delivering it, okay? This is someone actually delivering something. For some of you guys, this can be also a vehicle. Somebody can be coming to pick you up in some type of vehicle. You may be getting some type of vehicle for some of you guys, okay? Somebody may be offering you something and it may be a vehicle. You may be getting a new vehicle, a new bike, a new ride, something like this. But also, um, it's like they're bringing something. They've been working on something for a while and they're going to claim that their level of perfection has been their level of perfection for the work has been holding them up for some time, and now they finally sorted it out. They may have had to cut off a lot of people that they were working with. There may be a lot of people that wanted to fight them in order to come to walk back to be with you to offer this to collective. Yeah, they didn't like all these people um did not want them to come and offer this cut. They literally were going out of their way to prevent it. Okay, haters gonna hate, you guys. Haters gonna hate. Something you have to remember, you guys, is even though some people seem to be like your friends, your associates, your family, and the people are like, yeah, 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 we want you to do good. You have to actually understand that many people don't don't want you to do good. Many people don't want you to do good. Many people are jealous. Why? Because when someone else is receiving their gifts, when someone else is receiving their reward, when someone else is getting the love of their life or getting a new job or a new vehicle or a new home or a new getting to go on a trip, when people are getting these monumental life-changing things, most people don't have the ability to express what's called compersion, not compression. Okay, compersion, which is the ability to experience happiness for other people's happiness. And most people don't actually have that capacity within them for some reason. For some reason, I don't know why, right? This is what I was talking about at the beginning. Like, we're not in competition. Like, I want everyone to win. I want everyone's dreams to come true. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to have that opportunity to chase or to seek their dreams, right? Or to express them, or to be in rooms where they can potentially be seen or expressed or turned into something, right? Like that's come on, like that's my utopia. It's like everybody's like co-creating and visionary and um, something like this. So compersion, yeah, it's the ability to really be able to experience, it's like when other people are getting a new car and you're like, fuck, I wish I had a new car, and you're like, some part of you, it's like the human brain for some reason makes it a big deal, like, well, I don't fucking have that, so now it's like a jealousy thing, right? Like they're upset instead of being happy that someone else is happy or someone else is receiving the thing that they deserve or that they worked hard for, or even if they don't believe that they deserved it or they work hard for it, the fact that someone is just fucking happy from whatever, a new dress, a new hair color, a new car, and a new job, whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's our job, it's our job as normal people, to be able to express this level of compersion, to be able to empathize, right? um and to share that happiness, because it's actually a frequency that emits much larger than jealousy, than hate, than all these other things, right? So the reality is, though, you guys, most people don't want you to succeed, right? Even though, yes, in our mind, in a perfect world, we're like, yeah, but I want everybody to do a good job. I want everybody to win. But the thing is we've been bred by a cultural program to be competitive to some extent. So not so literally, it's like malfunction. It's like a chemical malfunction that's actually happening in real time in our brains, because not because we're all haters. Some of us may just like be more jaded and really amplify that bullshit unnecessarily. But I don't believe it's because we're all haters. I believe it's a lot to do with the program. And what happens is when you see somebody else exceeding or excelling or succeeding or receiving something that you wish that you had or that you want to do, instead of being like, wow, I want to follow their journey and see how they do that and learn from them. Instead of doing that, which is actually the normal animal, like the normal instinct, right? Is to like watch how things are done so you can learn, watch and learn. But no, instead people's response is to put them down, to call something out, or to distract, because really what's being shown is the lack within them. That's what's arising for them. That's the shadow that's arising for the people, is the lack. Is like, now someone else got this and I really wanted it and I've been working so hard for it, and how come this asshole always gets it when I'm working hella hard? I've been there. I've been there. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, so I feel like I'm almost like, I don't know. I don't let things really like. absorb me too much, but I feel like I'm almost there, like at current moment where it's just like I work my ass off and I give and I give and I give and I don't give to receive. I just do my best to do what I love to receive the energy and just my basic needs being met. And it's been working for me, like, the last 20 something years. So, you know, yeah, of course, you get to the point where you're like, okay, what the fuck? How come this person got this good break? And you really don't know like what their karma is. You really don't understand what somebody else went through. You really don't understand like what levels it took for them to get to that point. Some people, it takes them a while. Some people have had a lot of stuff that they went through that we have no idea about. And it could have just been ancestral also. And it could just be like that those people already, whatever, paid a lot of karma and they're like, or they're like they're on an off life, and they're like, fuck it, I'm not cashing in karma this lifetime. I'm gonna just like have a good life. Or that's their free will choice. And so, there is many people and corporations and stuff like that that do things and that make money and that get things by hurting other people, by using people against their wills. It's just like when it boils down to it, do you want to do that? Right? Like for me, I can make tons of different classes and courses for people and teach people how to better themselves. And everybody's like, oh yeah, if you just sold courses, you'd be making fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and you wouldn't have to be doing this. But you're so stuck on wanting to help people heal and you're so stuck on giving out so much free information or content that you're too whatever, you're too lazy to use AI to create this. And it's like, no, actually I'm not. First of all, fuck AI. Second of all, I'm not too slow or too lazy to do that. I don't believe, yes, there is business and yes, there is industry. However, I don't believe in profiting off of people's suffering. Like I saw all of COVID and all this stuff coming, and I was like, you should just make a bunch of these masks, right? Because I make clothing and all different stuff. You should make a bunch of these masks. And what came through to me is that these are falsifications, that they're going to make people to wear them, and that what it is doing is breeding more unnecessary fear, and it's profiting, it's choosing to profit off of people's suffering, right? And so this is all the energy that came flooding in for me, and it's just like, but there's going to be hundreds of thousands and they're so easy and blah 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 blah. And I made a few and then I was like, I couldn't do it, right? Because the character morality behind it, right? Like I couldn't be cashing in. I could, but that would make me a shitty fucking person. But yeah, there's just something within my blueprint where it's like, I cannot be happily earning anything off of coming up off of other people, especially other people's suffering or trauma or pain, right? Because I'm not just someone that's studied in school. Yes, I studied lots of years of psychology and sociology, like lots, okay? Um, like literally enough to be an actual PhD. But the reality is there's more input and more information in actually having experienced all of the traumas and helping people um, go through different things, right? And so that's just something to know, something to know. But the reality is a lot of people don't want to see you succeed. And the only reason why is because it awakens some type of shadow part of their self that makes them feel like they're not enough or they didn't do enough or that they should be doing better. So instead of being like, wow, you really inspired me to do something better, they attack. So now, can you imagine? This is why they're shutting it down because the fucking haters. Okay, you can hear me. Good. Because they're haters. Okay, this is exactly why they're trying to shut me down, right? Anger, retaliation, jealousy. one hundo. This is the problem, right? And so the reason why these assholes over here, because they're watching, because I was like, you're a fucking lazy eye and not a private eye, right? Because they're angry. Why? Why are they angry? Because they're getting paid to hurt or attack other people. So they can't actually like feel good about what they do. And now so that's what they're doing, right? This jealousy, this anger, this retaliation, right? Is what they're manifesting. But the thing is they're not manifesting it. They were trying to manifest it towards collective, but they're not actually manifesting it towards collective because they're angry, because they have this jealousy, because they want this retaliation. The perception, the perspective actually changes. And what changes, right, is actually the path, right? Because this is the source of the poison, right? The anger, the retaliation, the jealousy. And because that's what they're manifesting, that's what's coming, but that's what's coming back to them. And that's what they're perceiving, right? They're perceiving that. And that's what's coming back to them because they're hating that other people are healing. Yeah, the serpent, knowledge and healing, and Merlin, alchemy, justice, and balance. So it's like this very ancient energy, right, is coming in, this knowledge, this healing, right? This ability to regenerate, to reheal, this ability to alchemize, to transmute all of this anger and this jealousy and this everything, to transmute it, right? To change the perception itself. And that's why they're pissed, actually. That's why they're pissed because collective can see this stuff. Collective may have already called or saw this stuff. It's like you have an eagle eye. They're like, how do you see this? Like they're now beginning to wonder if they're being watched. Now, for many of you guys, they are being watched. The watchers are being watched. Okay, this is for somebody. This is for specific people. But you're calling out omens or messages, or it's like the things that you call out become like they manifest, right? Because you're accepting help from others, delegating authority. Yeah, deception and wisdom. Yeah, because collective is this high priestess energy. So you're actually calling on this wisdom. You're asking for the help of past ancestors, of people beyond the graves, and these people that were doing these spells or this death magic or this graveyard magic or this other stuff, right? Where they thought that they were wise, they thought that they knew what they were doing. All night long. Fucking asshats, literally. So, anyways, what I was saying is these people that delegated, that thought that they were being tricky and delegated authority, they were working with some type of authority figures. Okay, these are fake or people that are in the justice system. Okay, these could be police, these could be lawyers, these could be judges. Okay, definitely people that are higher up in the system, and they were working also with people doing spell work. And they tried to delegate some of that energy or that magic or that attention or that responsibility, and they tried to deceive these people. The problem is these people, well, they're not quite warlock or witches. They can be higher level of society. They can be fucking fake masons. I pick up a lot on Eastern Star or something like this. People that weren't fully initiated but are acting like using like ritualistic magic and stuff like this. So they were being deceptive by sending other people to do their dirty work, to do this help. But the problem is because they're the ones that called upon the demons or the magic or whatever else this is. The death spells are coming back to them. I've been picking up on this for days. So it's like this final destination ship where they're trying to avoid, and they're actually sacrificing other people. They're deceiving other people, and they're using other people, and they're sacrificing other people. And they're freaked out because this high priestess keeps calling stuff ahead of time. It's like she can foresee things. And even if they've thought of it or they didn't think of it and it's coming around the bend, she sees it. And if she sees it and she says it, then it happens. Discernment, prescience, prophecy, and vision. Yeah. It's like prophetic in nature. And so they're pissed. They're pissed. And thing is they've gotten a lot of other people sick or caught up in it. Okay. I was picking up on this. My friend tried to get me to help this girl that is like over here pretending to be my fucking copycat, like trying to pretend to be me, just completely, like completely losing her marbles, completely on like this, like complete. I've seen a lot of personality disorders, and I've seen a lot of people on drugs, and this girl is definitely on a lot of fucking drugs, and definitely some other things. She's definitely under spell work, and they definitely were using her and attempting to sacrifice her for the spell works that they did. Right? They're offering up other people. They keep trying to offer up other people, but the thing is it's not going to work because what they for many of them they already got paid. They already took wealth that didn't belong to them, like generational wealth or a large amount of wealth or lump or sum. And the truth is that wealth is fucking gone, or they've spent it, or they've used it, or they've done something else. Okay, they could have done it on a fake. Okay, for many of you guys, there was a fake marriage or a fake wedding that actually happened, and they spent a lot of that money to do all of that to make it look like they were you, they were the collective, and they lied. They lied under oath. They lied for the wedding. They lied on paperwork. They lied. They did a lot of things for this wealth. There's a lot, and they did spell work also for it. They did some type of enchantment spell. For some of you guys, this is something that happened um, on a masculine. Okay, they did this. They did some type of enchantment spell. Yeah, this is some type of organization. Either that or this masculine could have been part of this organization. He wanted to be in with them. He wanted to be part of the group, part of this pride or this leadership, this boys club, man's club, or something like this. And they sold out their partner. Okay, they sold out the actual feminine in order to try to get into this like club or cult or whatever the fuck this is. Yeah. And collective is not having much forgiveness for it. Also, the divine, right, is not having much forgiveness for it. They're caught in a web. They're caught in a web. I was seeing or hearing this quote before. Oh, what tangled web we weave when at first when at first we deceive, or we try to deceive, something like this. So it's like you have what they were gotten your protection taken away. Okay, for the divine people that are action, for these other people that have taken wealth that didn't belong to them, they are losing their protection, and they may be being haunted on from many different angles, right? From spiritual angle and the health, right? They may be losing their mind, and now they're trying to express what's going on, and what they put out on collective is now coming back, and they're looking fucking invalidated. They're looking crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. They're sick. They're not healing. They may be seeing like lots of snakes, or lots of like reptiles that are like maybe attacking them, or they be like seeing like I'm seeing this scene from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He's like, I woke up and it was like a goddamn reptile zoo. Like that's like they're freaking out, like they're tripping out. Okay, for many of you guys, they can be tripping out. I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens when you try to fucking dose out an earth angel. When you dose out or take out or fucking take over, when you've already gotten messages, you've already gotten omens. For many of you guys, these people got lots of readings on collective. They got lots of readings on collective, and they still didn't listen. They still didn't listen. They still didn't listen, and they kept going for it. They kept just being like, you know what, we're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And we don't, in all forms, in all densities, there is rules, especially with magic, especially with magic. Okay. And yeah, they're regretting, they're regretting something that they did. For some of you, this can be um, uh, a younger earth sign. It doesn't have to be a younger earth sign. This could just be somebody that is less mature, and they they didn't choose your team collective. They didn't choose commitment. They chose money. They chose something or someone in a physical realm. They chose another path. They try to have their cake and eat it too. And what they did is they chose a path that's taking them nowhere. And now they're not even fucking stuck. They're beyond stuck. They're not able to be in this hermit mode of going in because they're fucking trapped. They lost something. Oh, they got their heart broken and they're going nowhere fast. Okay, for some of you guys, this is somebody. Okay, since all of these are coming out upside down, I'm just going to turn them right side up. Um, this is somebody that was trying to hide something. Okay. They didn't want to make the commitment, or they were pretending to play. They were making little fucking breadcrumbing, doing something like this, and that didn't work out. Okay. They were hiding something, and Collective saw that. And they're like, you know what? I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm not fighting this battle. Like, you want them? Like, they try to create this jealousy to create a big type of fight or something like this. They wanted to create some type of tower. They wanted to create some type of heartache. They wanted Collective to freak out. They wanted Collective to have a meltdown or a freak out. And Collective is just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm out of here. Right? I'm out. Look at the motherfuckers on a boat, like rowing the fuck across the ocean. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I got those swords. All good. I got one more sword because I learned the truth of some dumb shit. And yeah, yeah. Collective is like, no way, dude. There's a whole well. Like, there's an entire well. Like, that I don't need to be. Why would I fight over somebody that try to put other people before me? No. Collective, collective, you guys want sure, something sure, someone that chooses you every time, someone that sees you as uh, the ultimate, the one, like they always see you as they admire what you do for work. They always want to work with you. They want to create, they want to do stuff. They want to help you to work out anything. They want to help for many of you guys. They want to help to provide this. They want to help you to be victorious. They want to help to provide this. Okay. For many of you guys will be very successful at creating some type of stability with this new person, with this passionate person or partner that comes in. You guys are going to work on something together and be really, really successful. And this is something you guys are both really passionate about. Okay. What are the messages? Ace of Pentacles. You have this really big offer coming in. You may have multiple people, multiple offers coming in, or this is like the offer of the lifetime that's coming in, and you're like, wow, this is a really good offer. And you're over here contemplating it. Collective, you're over here contemplating it. You're like, well, do I walk away from all this bullshit and just try something new? And I think you guys do. You sat on it, you thought about it, you meditated, like this is what I've been doing. But when I fell off for a few days, that's what I did. I sat, I looked at the stars, went down to the beach, was like, what the fuck? And that's when they came back and say, it's cool, Like sometimes you have to accept and receive these offers. And sometimes that means we we walk away. We we take a different path, right? We stop being emotionally connected or drawn to certain things, right? Because the 8 of Cups, this is our emotion, the moon. This is what we're secretly hiding. So instead of being like, yeah, I secretly really want this thing, like I have so much invested in this thing, but also like I want this new opportunity. I want this new abundance. I want this happy ending. I want this everything to come into play, right? Into the physical, right? This legacy, this longevity. Yeah, this union. And it doesn't get achieved by staying around people that treat you like a fool or that try to keep you in this state of not feeling that you're good enough and not protecting you. So for many of you guys, you're wondering, do you stay? Do you keep defending something, or do you take a leap of faith? Um, if there's nobody defending you here and you're in this space, then yeah, this is the obvious solution, right? And we know when we take these leaps of faith, we know when we stand up and we say, you know what, I'm defending myself. For many of you guys, you could have just put up some fucking boundaries. You could have put up some serious boundaries around abusers, narcissists, people attacking you, spells, like a bunch of things. And you guys actually created this boundary. Good job. Way to go, fucking collective. Here's a fucking little pat on the back, little self hug. Fuck yeah. And you guys are like, nah, allow me to reintroduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself because at this point, you're like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's not going to break my heart to let some shit go. It's not going to break my heart to be over here by myself because collective is okay to do the inner work. Collective's not letting things hurt them anymore. And they understand that in order to build something new, sometimes the old idea has to fall or collapse, right? Like what part, this is something I was meditating on as well, is how much, right? The twin flame journey is really about coming into this perfect alignment or balance with ourselves. And yeah, it's great if we do come in, um, if we do come into connection with our actual twin, that's awesome, but it's not always going to happen and it's not always part of the process. And what I was receiving a lot of was um, a lot of it can be a partial trauma bond, and not just a trauma bond that was created with you and this other person, right? This your twin or whatever. Not just a trauma bond in that sense. A trauma bond um like how society has been conditioned to the patriarchy, right? Like that's a trauma bond, right? Like the way that we treat women, the way that we treat different things. This is a trauma bond that we're collectively unlearning, unprocessing, right? And this is kind of what it is. So for some of us, because the twin flame journey has been such a enlightening, difficult growth and learning and expansion and growing process, because of that, it's like, my friend told me, she's like, to some point, whether you want to hear it or not, so like to some point, the idea of the twin flame journey and all of this is codependence at its baseline. There is something that still is there. And she was like, and codependence is not the same as working together. Codependence is more of becoming dependent or trauma bonding. And so I think the most important thing is in this process, there's a lot of letting things go, right? Letting things go and saying, if it is meant, right? It's not that you're abandoning or doing this or doing that, right? It's like you're still open. You're not abandoning love, but it's like feminine has been left and abandoned and all this stuff for so long that it's like, listen, I'm here. Like, if somebody wants to come in like this, like all fucking hero and rescue, like actually do something, actually fucking show up, actually, not to everybody else, to the person here by themselves. If they actually want to take the action to successfully heal this, then that means they got to stop needing to be successful on their own. And they got to realize that they're successful when they are supporting here, worried about all these other things and all these other options, when they're actually taking the inspired action, when they're actually in the service of feminine, of the earth. Yeah. Yeah. It's like they took action when they were else. They took action when they were with all these other um, people, and that's why they're in this state of mental torture, because it doesn't work the same. This this King and Queen of Wands in reverse, uh, because you disrupt me is why you're gonna listen to that shit. Because you disrupt me is why you're gonna die. Because you disrupting is why your whole bloodline is rinsed. Because you're blocking something, you ain't got no sense. So these people that run this underground fucking hooker shit, okay? Underground hooker shit, they're trying to keep you guys trapped in this sexual fucking prison. This is the same people that keep you trapped and hooked on pornography and all this fucking fake ass dopamine. And they ain't trying to fix it. They want to keep you trapped. That's what they want to do. Okay? This is somebody that what's that place called? Red Ruby. Red Ruby. Place of employment. The place of employment. Keeping you locked up. They're going to hang you out to dry. Woo, because you didn't actually do the work. And you walked away after you cashed in. Somebody owes some not so nice people some money. And you know what? These not so nice people owe Collective a lot of fucking money because, as we said before, this is sexual assault. This is sex trafficking, which is human trafficking, which is recording, tapping into people's devices. You know, every time I try to even enter a new Wi-Fi, it pops up Red Ruby. It doesn't matter if we go on there. It doesn't matter if the people at the restaurant or the business go on there. It doesn't matter. Pops up Red Ruby every time. They're trying to fucking sell me off. Fucking sex trade as a sex trafficking. And when you are creating videos and when you are recording people and monitoring people and hacking their devices and recording them in their own privacy of their own rooms and their own space without consent, and then you're posting it and you're selling it and you're producing profit from it, that is considered human trafficking, sexual assault. Cha-ching, cha-ching, money in the bank. I'll be taking all that stanky business out of here. Yeah. Where you guys wanted to leave me out in the cold, you about to be left out in the cold. You ain't gonna be victorious. Victorious is not gonna be you, motherfucker. Because ultimately, feminine can't feel bad for that shit anymore. She's gonna say, you know what? Nah, you made me fucking miserable. You made me miserable. She already made her decision. They can all fucking die. They can all get back all that bullshit, the third party, the bullshit, all the fucking lack of support, all the extra shit that they took away. Oh, no, no, no. Coming around the mountain when she comes, doo doo. She'll be riding up your asses as she comes, doo doo. Wow. Yeah. Yep. She's gonna be famous, world famous. You guys made her world famous. That's crazy. She ain't even gonna go anywhere to get famous. You guys are dumb. Someone's gonna be getting popped or arrested tonight or in the next few days, week, something like this. No, that's too long. In the next few hours, few days. A week is too long. A week max. Um, these people are gonna be. They already got caught. They have enough receipts. Yeah, they got caught for fucking on the job, for doing some shit on the job where they work. They could be fucking somebody that they were working with and trying to keep it on the low, trying to act like they weren't when everybody already know, because they got that shit on fucking camera. They got that shit. They got messages, like they got receipts. They got text messages. They got pictures. They got camera. They got security. They got everybody where you thought that you could pay somebody for this fucking scandalous shit. Like they'll take pay. They'll take pay on the back end too. They'll collect pay from both and you never know who the fuck it was that sold you out, just like you sold everybody else out, just like you sold Collective out to try to get this fucking attention from somebody else. Yep, these other people fucking sold you out. They sold the fucking whores out. Whores, not real men. For some, this can be hookers, trannies. Sold you out. Sold you right the fuck out. They took the money. They tried to take the money and run, but that ain't actually happening. They may have been given an offer or something like this. They may have gone and told, tried to tell to get a lower offer or something like this, and in the process, they actually end up getting arrested and getting a bunch of other people arrested, or wherever they are, whoever they're hanging out with, um, when when they come in, they're gonna come in. Like they're gonna come in like kicking down doors. They're gonna kind of like they ain't gonna have no love. Like there's gonna be a big fucking fight, and it's gonna be obvious. There's no going back from this. There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this. This is gonna be a big fucking deal. It's gonna be all over the news, um, and people's reputations are just gonna be destroyed. People's reputations gonna be destroyed. Gonna be destroyed. Somebody gets caught when they're trying to leave. They're trying to leave. They get caught at an airport or potentially trying to get on a boat or a plane, something like this. They're trying to get on a boat to go to a different island to take another plane out. They get caught. Okay, yeah. This queen, this fucking whore, this whore. Yeah. This person, they were fucking selling punani for fucking money and lying about it, saying that Collective was actually doing it when they were the ones fucking doing it, and trying to use Collective's physical shit to put Collective's face or whatever for that, and now all the information has come back. It's all fucking backfiring. Backtrack. Back to life. They're calling people. They're calling everybody they know, their family, all this stuff, and nobody's going to show up for them. Nobody's going to help them. For many of you guys, they could be on the run. Okay, they're trying to run to different people. They're trying to play this love game, and they're trying to, but everybody's kind of telling them no, like they're not interested. They're not interested because they know they're not interested in giving them money. They're not interested in starting anything. They're not interested in being involved with them at all. They're going to everybody. They're going to lovers, they're going to friends, they're going to artists, they're going to these third parties. They're begging everybody, and no one's going to help them. Nobody. Nobody is going to help them, and all they can think about is collective, and how collective's doing good, and how they wish that they didn't fuck this up. For many of you guys, they can think, or they can be considering that the only way to solve this solution is to come and try to talk to collective, to talk or to apologize to collective. This is somebody. This is like a this is somebody that you were either in a relationship with that you already left a long time ago, or this is some type of um, this could be a court official, again, cult or coven leader, somebody like this. This could also be like an older, somebody that's dealing with, yeah, church, coven, like government, but not. This is more like clergy or something like this, but someone that's high up, someone has the capacity to make decisions of who stays and who goes is pretty much what it is. And they want to come in, okay? They don't know how to fix this. There's a lot of problems that are occurring for a lot of people all around, and they don't know how to fix it. So the way that they're going to fix it is potentially to try to make an offering to collective, okay? Um, tell me what this is. Tell me who this is. Don't be so quick to accept the offering. They're trying to hold out on you. They're not trying to give you everything that they say that they have for you. They're trying to offer you a small offering. They're trying to play one up on you uh, so they can keep hidden from you. These are people that have been, again, this can be a cult, a coven, some type of religion, some type of government. Like this is a well established. This is some type of establishment. Okay, some type of establishment, some type of church business. They could have been running some type of business as a church or something else like this as a front. Yeah, something like this. Um, but these are the people that made the choice to do some type of coven work, some type of love spell, and they're going to still try to offer you this, okay? And this Queen of Wands in reverse, this fucking whore, has been working with them, and they've been using sex magic, and they're going to try to get someone to come in, or this could be the ex, this person. They're going to try to get them to come in and give it one last shot. And try to be like, oh well, I love you, and like they're trying to manipulate the situation. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay? They want to have you trapped. Do not fall for it. If they offer you something too quick, if they offer you anything but defending, if they're not defending you, you're going to know because they're not defending you. They will be defending whatever it is. They'll be defending the money, the project, the people, the something else, but they will not be defending collective. You need to let God, let the higher powers kind of be the judgment. You need to really tune into this because these are people that are, again, this is some dark, they've been doing weird fucking spell works. They made the choice to do this. They're working with demonic, they're doing, again, sex magic, something else like this, collective. And you need to be strong. You need to maintain your strength, okay? You really need to maintain your strength throughout this. Why? Because they're working with these devils, with these demonic forces. So don't buy onto this shit. Don't buy onto this shit. Don't accept don't accept this first offering that you think is going to keep you, that you think is going to create stability or money. Don't do it. Don't accept it, because there's going to be something that happens where that money or something does not come. Okay? Do not trust the people that have already been lying to you and trying to unalive you and off you for this extended amount of time. That's fucking just number one. Number one, guys. Probably a bad idea. Okay. Um, they're trying to offer you a portion of what is already yours while still keeping what is all yours, is what I'm picking up on. So imagine this. So imagine you had like some type of inheritance or a trust, right? Imagine they're just like, oh yeah, okay, well this car museum is yours. All these cars and this whole museum is yours. This entire museum and all of the contents basically are yours. But you don't actually get to own it because we're still going to own it. And, you can come and look at it. And, like, if you fill out the right paperwork, like, we'll let you take some of the cars or, the artifacts out to look at them, your artifacts out of your museum that your money paid for. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, actually, these are my cars. I'm going to fucking drive them or sell them or give them away or do whatever the fuck I will with them. Right? Have a race, fucking shoot a movie, it doesn't matter. The point is they're trying to offer you, oh, here's one car, here's one fancy car as a bribe, we'll give you a driver once a week, or you can take this car out, but like only once a month or something like that. Like they're trying to give you a 1% of what is already all yours. So don't fucking accept, like, don't sign the contract, don't accept the deal, don't accept the offer. Okay? Make sure that there is time and energy. um, Make sure that you're making the right decision and make sure you're making a hasty decision. If they are not trying to defend you and you feeling safe about the exchange, there's a reason for that. They're trying to distract you off your path. Okay? They're gonna try to give you, or they're gonna try to maintain their control or their dominance. Okay? Or they're gonna try to, for some of you guys, they might want to make a deal and say, listen, we decided, we now appointed you actually as the leader of this. Who's the leader of the gang? It's me from you. Some bullshit. They're like, listen. You actually know a lot. So actually, we decided, we've made a unanimous vote, right? That we'll actually be better off if we put you in charge. And they've all been fighting about it for an extended amount of time. And they're just like, this is the only thing, because they can't beat you. Because they can't fight you. All they can do is fight amongst themselves. They can't fight collective. All they can do is put offerings, because of all these attacks, all these swords in the back is just coming back to them. So the only thing they can do, because they're just going to keep receiving what they gave, and they didn't give you love. They did not give you love. They weren't given love. So that's not what they're getting back. They were given this. That's what they're getting back. So unless they make an offering, unless you foolishly just accept this offering, there is a fucking spell attached to it from this fucking Jezebel energy. Don't accept it. The judgment is going to come. You're going to know the real thing that you need to save your strength for is this actual person that comes in, tells the truth, shows up for you, admits their feelings, is honest and transparent, commits, is willing to commit directly to you, to your mission, to standing behind whatever your mission, your cause, and they're committing to that. And that is their truth. Okay? They are going to bring you justice. This person is going to be the person that you want to start business, or that you want to get married, or whatever this is. This is the person. This first thing is not. Okay? These are people that are trying to trick you. Tell us about this Hierophant. Yeah. This person is going to be, when this person comes in to offer you this commitment, this is going to be actual commitment. This is going to be, they're going to give you something that you can hold on to. That no matter if you decide to walk away, or if anybody decides to walk away, you will always be able to hold on to it. This is going to be your ancestral, your generational wealth. Okay, collective? And it doesn't matter. You can make the choice, okay? Either the King of Cups can walk away or you can walk away from the King of Cups. And there's still nothing that's going to be lost, nothing that's going to be missed because this person still wants to provide you that safety, that security, regardless, okay? There's not going to be an if then. This isn't going to happen. This person is going to offer you this security. Okay. Yeah. They don't want you to miss an opportunity. They don't want to miss a thing. I'm hearing. I don't want to miss a thing. The song also could mean something. They want to offer you something. Again, this can be a property. This can be land. This can be a property. They may want to ask you to marry them. They may want to say they want to have a family, a house. Okay. Again, I'm picking up a lot on this. A house or a castle, something like this. They feel like a knight. They've decided. They went inside, they did the work, they decided they need to come forward and be honest. They need to share their truth. It's been a little bit hard for them because they've had to really evaluate if this is the path that they want, the life path that they want, if you're the person that they want to create their world with. And there's been a lot of kickback for this to happen. Okay. There's been a lot of people blocking them from coming towards you, from taking the action towards you. And now they're actively deciding they're they want to come towards you and give the truth. Okay. They're not going to come forward again in this fool. They're not, it's like, they don't even consider it a leap of faith anymore. They consider it like their truth. Like you are the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay. You guys may be called to court. You guys may be doing some testifying. Okay. Um, there is some messages or information that you may be finding from some type of courts, lawyers, judges, something like this. What is this? That you're the inheritor. Somebody died or passed. Somebody died. Somebody left you some type of will, of inheritance, of property, of business. What is this? Maybe a whole church? I don't know, you guys. An entire religion, a religion or a church, something like this, because this is really a commandment, right? The Hierophant and then the Empress. Okay. For some of you guys, you can be birthing this whole new this whole new idea of commitment, of family, of mother, matriarchy. Matriarchy. This is going to be maybe the legalification, the death of patriarchy and the rise of matriarchy. Is that what this is? Yeah. Yeah. And some of these people are over here still fucking crying over spilt milk. Like, how did we fuck this up? Blah, blah, blah. It's like they have to serve the goddess. Yeah. The old world is over. They have to serve the world, the universe, the empress. This world is over. The patriarchy is dead. The matriarchy is beginning. Yeah. And it's going to be magical. They back this up. So this other person that is your actual person, divine feminine or collective in general, okay, they are backing this shift. They want to create this magic with you. They want to make this happen. This is like their happiness. This is how they see happiness. Now this is what we're saying. Someone's going to come in. Your actual person, yeah, your actual person, the actual lovers is going to come in and they're going to be your partner and they're going to be happy to create this with you and they're going to create this new fruitful, beautiful world off of connectivity, off of birthing new things, right? Not off of this old world, this old sex magic. It's like every decision is going to be sacred. There is not going to be any more lies or hidden agendas or half-assed truths. It's like there's actual work that has to go into it in order for this unity. Yeah. And we're not going to be in this space anymore. for many of you guys, you're going to be helping heal a lot of people. You can be healers, you can be like shamans or shamanas, and you can be actually healing a lot of people together. Why do I say that? This is people that are having lots of trauma, right? Nightmares need healing. So you can be healing, yeah, for maybe for a lot. Healing this old system. Maybe a lot of people that are like war veterans, things like this, that the government or the old systems have created. Because I'm picking up strong trauma, healing trauma. Yeah, you guys are going to create or heal something as you're ushering in this new era, this new matriarchal era. You guys are going to be healing the collective together, healing this trauma, like fixing the wounding of the actual masculine and feminine. So yeah, for those of you that are actually doing the work, that are actually coming into this divine union, not for the the whoever these fake fucking jokers are, for the people that are actually here to build, to birth this new era, not new earth. The earth is fucking, the earth is primordial, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're coming in a new era. Yeah, and no more lies or secrets or this old government, or this fake love, or this transactional love. This isn't a manipulation, a patriarchal control manipulation over man, over woman, especially. I think you guys actually may be changing the whole way, like spiritual religion, and also how marriage or union is actually mapped. So whatever marriage laws or um, different things like this, that's what you guys are going to be creating. That's what some of you guys are going to be creating. Yeah, you're going to be eliminating a lot of this suffering and this sexual. Yeah, again, you guys, how many times? Yeah, people people working for people working for patriarchy. So people doing sex work and things like this is basically what I'm picking up on. Selling their body or their temple for money, doing things like secretly. It's like you guys are gonna uncover, unturn all of these rings where they're keeping maybe like women, where they're keeping children, yeah, where they're keeping prostitutes. People are really stuck, okay? And this could all be also part of all of the Epstein and all of this shit actually coming to light, and everybody being prosecuted. Yeah, actual messages coming out, this actual legacy. Some of you guys are gonna get cashed in. You may be getting some other type of work or job or something like this, doing some higher stuff, like maybe with the government, or you may be just going around the world to create these new systems and structures and put them into play, choosing the correct people, um, that have the right level of integrity, because you may be able to test and see. Like for me, I'm just like, oh, I can test, I can smell, I can taste someone's fucking character and someone's intention as soon as I'm fucking around them. Now, does that mean that I immediately am like, oh, no? It means that I see what they're about, because sometimes even when I see and I sense and I smell demonic energies that come around, right? They're not all bad. Many of them are actually here on missions, okay? Not all of them, but many of them are actually here on missions where they're being offered like um like they're being offered a lower sentence. I don't know how to explain this. It's like jail shit, right? Where they're being offered a lower sentence in order to be a do-gooder in another realm, right? I believe there was a movie where I was watching some shit like this. I don't know if it was like Guardians of the Galaxy or something else like this. Where they go and they get this guy. It's like this big crazy. What was he, like a troll, right? He was like the troll, and he could open his jaw and like eat through all this shit, right? What's on my teeth? And so anyways, they go and get him, and they the years in this high security prison, like hanging in this thing. And it's like this. So you have to understand that some of these demonic entities or forces are coming up to this realm where we are, even though we're on the bottom level of heaven and the top level of hell. There is these entities that are coming down, and they're like, actually, they're here to be catalysts for the next evolution, right? And they want that to happen, and they want to get that time off of their sentence, right? If they got hundreds of thousands of years in lockdown, like they're gonna give it a go, right? If they get a fucking 50 years off or 150 years, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna give it a go. And so not all, like it depends on what people's, does that make sense? So it's the same as people creating separation between country, between sex, between race, and between religion. It's the same shit. It's like we're all beings, right? We're all beings, and we generally want the same things, which is like happiness, to be able to maybe have friends or partnership, to maybe be able to have food and, you know, whatever. Um, Most of the other realms aren't really like as much on the physical wealth and shit like we are here on the third density because we're 3D. But um yeah, most people want peace, right? They want peace and harmony. Most beings, okay, doesn't have to be people. Most beings, they want some type of peace and unity. I said peace and unity. So yeah, you have to understand that even some of the higher level angels, even some of the higher level archangels, even the epic golden angels are actually here to be catalysts to do some type of fucking demonic shit. Like if you look at who was it? Like Archangel Michael, right? Like that this, even though he is the defender, right? Like if you're feeling like you need protection spell, you can definitely call on Archangel Michael. Protect me, defend me. But he didn't just come in and use his shield and deflect shit off. Like he was slaughtering motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like he was gnarly. And so this is where our third density brain doesn't quite wrap around the conceptualization of different densities and beings that are existing in different densities, because sometimes even these beings that seem demonic to us in nature can still be like other densities, right? They can still be more aware than we are. They can still be able to tap into higher realms or frequencies than we can, because they're already from higher levels of consciousness, higher planets, different things like this. We're really like the bottom of the barrel down here, really. So we have to understand that not everything that glitters is gold. So not every beautiful offer that comes to us is developed by the divine. Just like when you are thinking about something and then your phone predicts it and starts giving you ads for it, it's like that. So you have to see I got like a thorn or something. So you have to see where the synchronicity actually aligning, where they feel aligned intuitively versus where it feels like this is too good to be true. Now, does it mean always doubt that there's nothing good that can happen? No, no. Um, there's a book called, what's it called? Pronoia. Pronoia. It's where the universe is conspiring in our favor, right? And it's something that we need to learn how to practice, because I think sometimes we get to the state where we think nothing good is happening for us or something bad is always going to happen. And I can tell you right now, for me, okay, 20 years, I've been able to manifest all kinds of things. I've been able to travel around the world. I've manifested boats. I've worked in boat yards. I've done some of the craziest, weirdest fucking jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I clean bathrooms. I clean rooms. I clean tents. I didn't care. I cook food. I traded English, whatever I had to do in the process sometimes had to happen. But the reality is to be able to actually feel something and to surrender to it and to know that there is a higher being, a higher power, that when you're actually following the synchronization and not like the fucking auto generated sales marketing, but when you're actually following the divine synchronicities, that more things will start to come to you and you'll be presented with these things, like when I got the boat, like I was manifesting and I didn't know. And then when I went to Burning Man, I got a very clear idea of the size, right? And then I was like, okay, well now I know the general size and then like the different makes of the models. So then I had like, okay, now I could level it down to like maybe 3 to 5 different things that I wanted. And then it was like, no, you needed this and it needs to be this and it needs to be in this location. And as soon as I was very clear, as soon as I was very clear about I needed this length boat, this maker, in this harbor, like no shit. Like it was 3.5 weeks later or 5 weeks later. Like it was less than 2 months later that I was doing this reading for this kid and didn't really like whatever, all of the stuff just was happening synchronistically. But then I was on this boat and it was the exact length, the exact make and model, and um and it was like in the place where like very close to where my other friend's sailboat used to be, that I used to go and hop on his boat. Johnny Angel, shout out. And um, he would sail and race. And it just, that really like got me going. And I was just like, yeah, I believe I'm gonna have this. And everybody's like, yeah, we believe you're gonna have it. And over time, like, yeah, that's what happened. As I ended up after a few years, like I ended up actually like understanding the boat that I want, all this other stuff, and manifesting it like this, right? Like this. And the reality is sometimes we can share our visions and our things with other people, and that can be helpful to us. And sometimes it's better if we don't, right? Sometimes when, again, people can become jealous, right? People can become jealous that someone else is receiving the thing that they wish they had, or that you're getting something, and why do they never get anything good happen to them, or whatever it is. And it sucks because we should just be able to share all the good things that happen, and everybody should be like, yeah, I love that. I love good things happening. Good things are awesome. Yeah, like that's what we should be doing, right? Um, and if you have the capacity, and so then like just give love, right? Like before on Facebook, there was only the like button, and I was like, we need a love button. We need to love because I love this, because I want to love this. I don't want to just like it, like, whatever. And then we got the like and the love and the care button, right? Remember, you guys remember this like a while back, and we were like voting, right? Voting on it. And in the process, we ended up getting these buttons. We ended up getting the love, the like, the care, the fucking angry, the sad buttons, right? But it didn't start off like that. And everybody joked about it at first. They're like, why do you care? And it's like, because to show that you care, or that you like something, or that something makes you feel sad, is creating some type of emotional state that goes behind this baseline, um like 3-inch fucking attitude, this 3-inch personality that people have, where they like to type things as small and feel really big. But when we actually work together and see things in different levels, then we have the ability to be like, wow, yeah, I feel sad for you, or I care. Like I love to use a love for sure, but I love using the care, because I want to let people know, like, I care. Like, damn, like you're going through some shit. Like, I care about you. Maybe I don't have time to fucking write many things to everybody, but at least it's an acknowledgement. It's a care, right? And so um, you have to really just, it's a choice, right? It's a choice if you want to be positive and inspiring people, or it's a choice if you want to be demonic and attacking people. But anybody that judges, anybody that attacks, anybody that puts people down, anybody that is jealous, anybody that is saying hurtful things or hurtful words or anything like this, like they're really just, they're angry. They haven't done their work and project exteriorly. So you have to understand that. And especially when people attack the thing that you're doing, right? People love to attack shit when they don't, when they have nothing for themselves because they have nothing else to do than attack other people, right? So people attack other people to make themselves feel better or to get exterior or like validation of whatever type of bullshit they want, but they're just, it's demonic. It's demonic in nature. It's demonic in nature. So talking shit can get fucked as far as I'm concerned. I don't really care what you guys are always um, what you guys are saying. Honestly, I just saw some fucking shitty people, but there's always going to be shitty people. Why? Because just like flies are attracted to shit, like moths and bugs and festering things are attracted to the light. They fly to it blindly. What else would you do if you were in the depths of darkness? If you were living in a shit hell? Like what kind of world do people like you live in, right? If you have to pay to get physical attention, if you have to pay to rape, to fuck, to do something else, to make yourself feel better, you got some daddy issues, you got some mommy issues that you need to work out. If all you got to do is talk shit on other people, if all you got to do, um, if all you got to do is make absurd comments and attacks on other people, like you might want to recheck yourself. You might want to recheck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because my nuts in the mouth is bad for your health. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it at that because I see that a bunch of people from the US um, are fucking here and they're probably like up late or early, probably some fucking tweaker ass shit. Like it comes on here at this time. So I'm just going to check out of this bullshit because I'm here only for people that want to be here to learn and to grow and to expand and to be part of a community. And if that's not what you're here to do, then go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your own choice. You know, I'm not here, I'm not a fucking cam girl. I'm here and I do my work here. So if you guys want to go bother and talk shit to women, like that's okay because I'm on a fucking multiple federal watch list. And all you little people, you're being watched too. So keep it up because I'll have all your fucking dicks in jars just for fucking running your mouth, just for verbally abusive behavior. Watch me. Do you not see the whole system collapsing? Do you not see that patriarchy is dead? Do you not see the rise of the matriarchy? Do you not see the current sea is flowing in a new and different direction? And I work for some of the highest of the high ups. So no worries. I'll have all your dicks in a jar, Lorena Bobbitt style in a hurry. All right. As always, to all of my lovely subscribers that have nice, lovely things to say, I love you and you're doing great. I'm proud of you. Keep it going. Don't worry about all the people. If you know that they're attacking you, then you know it's because you have something valid to say. It's because they have nothing else to do than attack. And just know that it's just around the river bend. No, you just have to not take that shit offer, not accept that, keep your boundaries and your stipulations at a high space, and don't let people, um, yeah, don't let people like that's projection. Projection and perception is 19th of universal law. So if people perceive you as ugly or as old or as any of these other things, then just know that that's actually how they internally feel, you know? Um, and that's their choice, right? That's their projection. So don't let it affect you. That's the best piece of advice I can leave you guys with today. And hello, Brandon. You didn't disrespect me. Thank you. That's why you're still able. So I keep many. What's really interesting, what's really funny, is I had this other uh, YouTuber that showed me this really cool trick, which is like I can hide the comments. So they can still watch, I can still get the follows, I can still get the subscribes, I can still get the comments, I can still get the time, the screen time watched, but I hide what they have to say, which means that you guys can't um like the people that are talking shit, it's like they can still be typing in there and I can still be getting the credit for the, do you know, for all of the comments and all of that. But like nobody else gets to see them. But they still, it shows them that they are still commenting. So they still think that they're winning when really they're just giving me the extra credit, you know? So before I used to be like, fuck all this shit. But now I just, the only reason why I block people and delete it is because there is actual people that do have good things to say and speak and questions to sometimes ask in the comment section. You salute me. Thank you. My hair is actually, I feel like it's pink or mauve at this point, but purple, yeah, that could be good, right? Purple. Purple's a little bit harder. Maybe it will stay better with the pink undertone. So good. That's good. You know? Sometimes you just need like change change up. Sometimes you just need that new outfit, that get your hair trimmed, that new hair color. You know, sometimes you just need that new color, that whatever it is. And you guys, it's coming. It's definitely coming. And you know, just it's like how can I express this? So I was offered a really good, like a really high paying job. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to take this job. Why? Because the job can set me up for an extended amount of time, right? It can cover my expenses for a few years, probably, right? But it takes me off of my path now here of my community and it takes me away from this. And so in that process, I have to keep re-sitting with myself, negotiating with myself, and being like, is this the actual divine path? Or is this the path that I'm choosing out of fear because I'm like, you know what, this is a really good paying job. And if I were to go and do this job, right, then I don't need to be reliant or count on humanity or other people to fucking give me $5 to eat or to get drinking water or whatever, right? Like I don't need to obviously like the energetic exchange is coming back in a shitty way, especially to a lot of fucking um, tweakers, and I can tell this is a lot of people um, from the US. I can totally tell because the way that they speak, the way that the shit that they say, like, you guys are so vile. Like, I never realized until I dated all these different, like, different people from around the world, especially like two Europeans. And like the Italians, yeah, like they'll say stuff, but like generally like not about, like they don't speak to fucking women like that. They would never. They might speak about like doing things with women, but they would never speak to women like that. And I never really even realized this, right? Until I lived on the opposite side of the world and I actually realized, like, actually, most men, and I will just I will just say this: European men, you guys actually gave me some belief in men as a functional part of humanity. Now, there is a lot of American men that I know that are really good at building and creating and being artistic and doing all these things, and like that gives me like, yeah, men. But I will tell you, like, bar none, that the European men, the way that they actually treat and respect women, like they would never, you they would never, they would never say some shit. Um, Job is a necessary evil we all suffer. Yeah. So the thing is, um, yeah, Europe has plenty of creeps. I'm not saying that they don't have creeps. I'm just saying the way that they creep is a little bit, like, at least it's to your face. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, at least it's not like creepy and fucking talking shit behind a screen and trying to like troll people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to fucking Pornhub or go to some fucking cam girl site. Get the fuck off of. I'm a spiritual leader. I'm prophetic in nature. I channel from the divine directly to the collective. She talks to angels. You know what I'm saying? I can call them out by their name. That's real shit. Real shit. So I have this ability to have all of them on my team, right? Whether they're of light or dark or whatever, because they're here for the rising, the upgrade of the collective conscious, because they want the fuck out of the third density. Many of them can't exist here. Many of these lower forces and demonic forces, like the third density, is so dense that they exist in forms of parasitic nature, right? Which is like viruses, which is actual parasites and worms and shit that live in body. Like, this is what happens when they're in that low of a density. If we are in fourth or fifth density, they may not be sucking life force energy. And that's exactly like what humans are doing to the planet, which is why things are out of balance, which is why you have to honor the goddess, which is why you have to honor the feminine, and which is why anybody who is not acting in that, especially with everything happening in the world right now, like, you're 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 fucking food. You're food or soil. Like, that's it. I will tell you from channeling with lots of aliens, like, your food or soil. Like, if you are not part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. If you are not acting in a higher level and worshiping the goddess, the feminine energy, the earth, and the female herself, creation itself, and you're attacking and you're saying all of this shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this shit, like, you will be food. You're going to be food. Like, you're going to be soil. Do you understand? Like, this isn't a this isn't an actual joke. This is actuality. Not everybody is meant to ascend to the next level of consciousness. Not everybody is going into the new era. And all the people that are justifying, oh, well, it was only 1,000 dudes on a Telegram group. Like, let's not talk about the 81.7 million visits, not even 62. Everybody's going off 62 million visits in 1 month. No, that was fucking February. It was 81.7 million. in March. And if you guys are still discussing the numbers, you are disgusting. You are the problem. You are the drama. You are the drama because this is ancestral rage that has to come up and has to be honored, has to be seen, has to be felt, has to be experienced, has to be loved, has to be all of these things. And if it is not, you will be eliminated. Like, you're fired. Like, that's just what it is. Like, people think that it's like going to be some weird uh zombie apocalypse or some fucking whatever. Like, no, what's going to happen is the aliens have already been here for an extended amount of time, and they're going to come down, right? They're already here with us. They're not like floating above. I mean, some of them are in ships. Many of them are in ships. I see a lot of the starships all the time, like within the clouds. They're cloaked within the clouds. A lot of them. I see them when they come and go. They're super cool. I've been seeing them since uh, about a year now. About a year now, very prominently. And they show there's like different little groups, like little like ship gangs or whatever that they like move in, and they're different. Um, some of them are more like bird tribe, bird style. Some of them are more like ships where they actually look like ships on water and stuff like this. And the reality is they've been observing and they're just observing and they're figuring out like who has the higher level of consciousness that's ready to participate, right? Like the 144,000, those that are actually ready to participate in this rise of consciousness. And like that's what they're doing, right? Like they implemented like a lot of the AI and a lot of this other stuff that a lot of the higher ups are using, right? Especially even the people in our government and stuff like this. They're still being fed that from higher sources. Okay. Like, yeah, there is like reptilian overlords, of course. Does that mean all of them are evil? No, it means that they're playing their necessary role as the catalyst in. Ooh, there's like a whole fucking storm. It's like, they're playing the necessary role as the catalyst. Now, did they maybe take it too far because they like to suck off of, they like to fuck, feed, and fight? Like, yeah, they probably did. They probably inputted a lot of this, but a lot of the AI and all of this other stuff, um, you know, is like it's on purpose, right? It's on purpose. And why are they doing it? They're doing it so they can see the people that are asleep, so the people that can still be controlled, they will stay in this lower density. They will stay in this hellscape. They will become food and soil. They will stay here and they will fucking fight and fuck and destroy each other from sicknesses, from fucking diseases and addictions and all this other stuff. All this lower vibrational shit that people are, you know, talking shit, right? Yeah, some of them are really gross. Like all of them, they'll be eaten. You will be eaten. You are food because you are like, you guys ever see this movie Idiocracy? That's what you are. Rondo, because it has electrolytes. Like, bro, like you're already an NPC. You're already an NPC projecting what you watch from the fucking manosphere. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, the point is that just imagine like this, right? Imagine that the aliens are watching, and they're basically seeing, right? And let's say they implemented this AI and all of this stuff. And in the process of doing that, they're seeing people's level of consciousness, people's level of engagement, people's level of humanity, people's level of caring, of love. Like, think about it. Think about the level that the AI is able to see. They're able to see by your facial and eye expressions. If you're, excuse me, if you're sexist, if you're racist, if you have a discrimination against color or religion, like they can see that now. They've already done that. AI can already pick up on that. So imagine that these people, whatever these beings, these higher galactic entities with all of this fucking higher level technology that they've downloaded us with, that we're on kindergarten style technological advance right now, which we're in the Aquarian age. So we should be really super advancing, but they're not going to give it to fucking do. They're not going to give it to fucking Dumb and Dumber. They're not going to give it to men that are, I want to fucking show me your fucking tits. Oh, bitch, like, what the fuck do your balls look like? Hairy and saggy and fucking nasty, which are probably you gotta probably got a little cho dick too. Like, shut the fuck up. Do you think I give a fuck? Because you're still on here bothering me for my fucking attention. You're still on here disrupting people for some dumb shit. The point is, they're just seeing, it's like they're choosing. And where before the elites were trying, the deletes, as I like to refer to them, as my other tarot friend refers to them, is the deletes, right? Because our words are spells and we're programming, where they thought that they were going to be the ones that were brought or saved because they were the ones with the wisdom and the knowledge and the advancement and the secret, and this is why Israel and all this is like this, right? Because they have a lot of this information, a lot of the secret information that they didn't want to get out. But the reality is a lot of this other information is coming out. And even as I was been like, I had to restudy like some of these books, like from the Ethiopian Bible, like, do you guys wonder why there's just like, I don't know, 15 or 16 books missing from the Bible, but like other ancient civilizations, like that are older than us, like Ethiopia, it has these extra 15 books, like let's say the book of Philip, the book of Joseph, like the book of Enoch. Right? And as I was reviewing all of these, what I was seeing is that they were having these predictions about that these species came down, and they made this pact, this 200 of them or some shit like this, and they made this pact to basically breed with the human species, with the human females, and they basically chose the top ones to breed with, and then they bred. So when these higher galactic species bred with these feminine, they birthed this new type of what the fuck is it called? I can't think of the actual what it's called. So don't quote me on whatever it's fucking called, but just take the context of the story. These crazy, these horrific men, right? Not for actual men, of women, but of human nature. And they birthed these giants, and the giants were so, they devoured everything. They became part of everything. They became part of the streams. They became part of the fish, part of the people, part of the birds, part of all of this. This isn't a fucking fantasy movie. This is the book of Enoch. This is actually the book of Enoch. This is actually biblical knowledge, not a fantasy movie. So this is prophetic. Go fucking look it up. You go and find the book of Enoch, and you will find the way that they're describing it is that these giants, these giants had taken over everything until they were consuming everything, the earth itself, the very water, the very trees, the very birds. They had been corrupted by this whole thing. And these giants were not satiated until they started destroying and eating people themselves, the humans. They started feeding off the humans themselves. Now I start to look at it, right? Start to look at it. So if something was this prophetically written thousands of years ago, and they were trying to describe it as something that's happening now, right? Actually, if you look at it in context, and if you actually understand anything like Shakespeare or the Bible and how a lot of it is descriptive, right? Yeah. So like the giants, the global giants, these can be these corporations. The corporations are sucking up the water. They're microplastics and everything. They're taking over the nature. They're taking over people. They're programming people, right? The marketing, the consumerism, the monopoly of it all. And they're these giants. They're these giants that were birthed of men. They were men, or they were birthed to be actual physical humans. And now they're these giants that got so hungry and so greedy that they're consuming everything. And that's what they're doing. They're sucking the very life force, energy, and substance of the earth and nature itself, which is exactly what they're doing. The oil, the trees, everything, right? So this is a, like, this may have been written thousands of years ago, but the actual the lineup to how it's actually, if you think about it, how it's actually playing out in real time now, because history repeats itself when we are not aware of it. And the patriarchy has deprogrammed us from the actual fucking stories that creation is female in nature, that the moon, that lunar cycles, that there's 13 lunar phases, not 12 fucking months, 13 lunar phases, which would equal out to 28 days, which is a female's moon cycle, which is the same as the moon cycle, which is the same as fucking nature. Bro, creation itself is feminine in nature. Patriarchy came in and rewrote it because they needed to create fear, because they needed to breed that. Even in the books, this isn't fucking fantasy movie. Now you go do your studying, because I do my studying before I come and give it any information. And I pray and I meditate on it before I can give it. I'm channel like what they ask me to speak about always. And the reality is there's other books that say even Jesus was teaching people. The gospel is that the divine is within you, that it's not received or connected from exterior source or through exterior people, not through religion, not through men. And that's exactly what you are not supposed to be doing. And what did patriarchy do? They made it about a man dying for your sins. No, he was not dying for your fucking sins. He was slaughtered for teaching you the truth of how to connect to the divinity within thee, how to reconnect with the divine that is existent within all of us, and that there is no fucking middleman that gets us direct connection to the source. It's fucking an inside job. It's an inside job. So when you're attacking other people or belittling other people or whatever, that means you didn't do your inner work. Now, for me, I don't need to attack or belittle people. Like, I could have plenty of fucked up shit to say about men, but I don't need to, because they're men. They weren't drawn that intelligent. They were meant to be workers, to build. Women created them to serve, and it will go back. And the more men that decide to belittle or be misogynistic to women, like, I'll just have all your fucking dicks chopped off. You'll be like a fucking Munich, and your dicks will be in a fucking jar, and I'll have them in a trophy room, because clearly you're not responsible and you're not respectful enough to have something like that you can use. So it'll just be taken from you if you continue to prove your inability to respect what is divine, which is feminine. Choices. Choices. And to be honest, like, where's Lorena Bobbitt when you need this bitch? Where is she? I'm gonna bring her back. I'm gonna make her president against the Grape Academy and everything. I'm gonna be like, Lorena Bobbitt. These bitches they didn't know. They don't know. And there was such a big toss back about her. But you know what? She was being raped by her fucking husband. She was being forcefully raped by her husband. That one day when he just was asleep, she just fucking took a fucking thing. She chopped it off. She drove that shit down the road and fucking threw it into a field. She just chopped his fucking dick right off. Problem solved. Problem solved. You can't be fucking rapey and misogynistic if you ain't got no dick or no balls. You just be subservient. If that's your intention towards the divine, which is feminine itself, herself, creation, God itself, herself. If that is your intention towards what is divine, then that is what will return to you in time, times 10, times 100. So be warned. Heed my warnings. You intend to manipulate, belittle, control? No problem. We can do that. We got technology for that. Just chop the cock. Now you're fucking robotic. No problem. A lot less problems. There'd be a lot less problems if we did it the other way around, where we use men like studs, like, we only got 3 good ones for breeding. The rest are for fucking plowing fields. So, choices. Do you know what I'm saying? You will be food or soil if you are not of higher consciousness. They will they will use you. They will fucking rape you. Like all the intentions that y'all had, they will come and they will amplify that happen. And that's where the fucking apocalypse gets fucking weird, is because some of the races and stuff like the Greys that are really into fucking anal probing about to have a fucking heyday on all of these low frequency beings, because there is the karmatic balance that is coming into play. And now that Uranus is spread wide open, you better hope they're into lube and not just raw, because that's where people like making these fucked up comments. That's where you're gonna go. And these my motherfuckers, they on my team. I'm created in the level of perfection. I am feminine. Feminine is to be worshipped, is to be praised, is to be honored. And anything less than that will have repercussions. Heed my warning. Now, as always, guys, infinite blessings, love and light. The downloads are coming in, and I'm gonna sit and meditate with some of these, because the primordial female rage is really gonna start to bubble up. So I'm gonna sit for the night, and yeah, I'm gonna drink myself some fucking water, because yeah, it's not looking good for man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. And not many of you guys are showing up to make it look any better. So keep that. Keep that. Put that in your pipe and fucking smoke it. So real masculines show up and do something. Not for other people to see. They show up in service of feminine. They show up with offerings to feminine. They show up in service, asking how to be in service, making feminine's life easier, keeping feminine out of survival mode. If they are not doing this, they are below servitude level, which means they're food or soil. So anyways, I hope that helps you guys. You guys, that's really intense, but whatever. Galactic Federation of Love Light is had it fucking enough. They have a lot of women on or a lot of the female, whatever. They're feeling a lot um, for the feminine species on this planet. Let's just say that, for creation itself. And the fact that creation itself hasn't destroyed and recycled all men in the fifth mass extinction already is, they're surprised. They're surprised. They're rooting for the matriarchal takeover, because they don't see it actually working any other way. And that's why I come on here and um kind of like share this information, is because I'm consistently getting these downloads and they're sharing stuff like this. So it's like the best I can do is be the messenger. And if people want to um, talk, if people want to talk shit, if people want to insult the feminine, insult goddess, and be misogynistic, be anything but in service to worship, not even God can save you. Jesus sure is fucking not happy with what you guys did, because you didn't listen to a goddamn thing he said. You're worshiping a man, and yeah, he didn't die for your sins. Y'all fucking murdered him. You slaughtered him. You cold-blooded murdered him. And the church tried to turn around and be like, he died for your sins. No, he fucking didn't. And The reality is all the people that are fucking sinners that are trying to fucking take out other people, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with this spell work and this fucking sex magic and this fucking eating people weird shit. Like that's what they're doing. And that's what they're doing even in religion. When you fucking go there and you say, I'm eating the biscuit that's the body of Christ and I'm drinking this that's the blood of Christ, you are participating in a satanic ritual. Why would God want you to eat or drink his body and his blood? What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Check yourself. Check yourself. The only fantasy movie that I'm watching is the fucking Matrix that's playing out in real time right now. And the fact that everybody still thinks that they're waiting for the fucking zombie apocalypse or the fucking ending to come. Like, bro, we're in it. We're in it. Spiritual warfare is full on, full direct. We're in it. You're already choosing. And if you're not choosing to worship the goddess, if you're not choosing to be in full devotion and worship the feminine, you are fucked. You are fucked. I can tell, like they chose me for like one of the number one spokespeople, like messengers. Like you are fucked. If you do not worship, if you speak ill will, if you are misogynistic, if you are not caring for Mother Earth or for females or both, and you are a man or you are a woman that is putting other women down or attacking other women, and if you're using the Lord's name in vain, which means you're saying, oh, Jesus said this, like, no, nigga, Jesus didn't say that shit. Jesus said, love one another. Love, not judge, love. What the fuck are you guys talking about? You're taking that. You're taking the Lord's name in vain. You're taking the name in vain. To speak in vain is to make something about someone, to make someone or something so much more important than everybody else. And that is what you guys did, is you essentially took Jesus and you made him like it. He's vain, worship me. And like, what? No, no. He did not die for your sins. He was slaughtered and he was killed for sharing the truth. And people couldn't handle the truth. They weren't ready at that time. And even as they told me, and there, I was like, what? This is the stuff that they killed Jesus for. And they're like, yeah, we need you to tell them. And I'm like, I don't want to tell them. I sat on it like for maybe like a week or 2 weeks, like before last year, before I started talking about this, before I started talking about Sophia and at all this stuff, you guys. And they told me like, yeah. And I was like, bro, like, I'm not trying to like, what? Like, are they gonna put a cross up there? Are they gonna crucify me like they did Jesus? Because this is what you're asking me to do, essentially. And then he's like, no. Like the whole point of it is like, yeah, you're right on track. You're like, you're Jesus level ascended master. You're right on track. Keep going. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? And they're just like, the way that they showed it to me is like this: when someone has so much conviction within their faith, within their intuition, within their knowing, and they're willing to fight for that conviction, who tries to take things away from them or gain stock, or who tries to fucking talk shit or fucking belittle or misogynistic bullshit, like it doesn't matter. Regardless of all of that bullshit, I'm still standing on business, bro. I'm still standing, and I will be. It's just what I came here to do, apparently. So, as the messenger, right? As the messenger, now that Uranus is in Gemini, you guys are going to start to hear a lot of messages. And I think a lot of them are going to be more galactic in nature. And if you guys want the good downloads, and if you want to learn the new technology, and you want to go to the new era and not sit in this fucking hellscape, then you're going to have to fucking act like fucking human beings, not misogynistic fucking demonic psychopaths. Like there's no above or below. There's no disrespect. That doesn't exist once you get to forceness. So it doesn't matter if you have a dick or tits. You're same Z's. So if you're like thinking about, raping or fucking doing some shit on somebody's face, whatever the fuck up shit you guys are saying, like someone is going to do that to you because that is your thought and that is your intention. And you're not going to go to the good place. You ain't going to the good place. They're going to take you there, but you ain't going to like it because all of those intentions and those thoughts and those demonic uh, addictions that you're feeling, that you just need to keep feeling and feeling and feeling and feeling, the porn and the sex and the fucking everything, the video game, all of that, the dopamine hits that you're fucking addicted to, that you can't get enough of, that all you can think about is how you're gonna fucking mistreat a woman or how you want to fuck her or how you want to hurt her or how you want to fucking nut in her face. Like, that's disgusting, bro. At least have the decency to go to someone's fucking private page or their Instagram. At least have the decency to fucking read fucking a one, not even a fucking full paragraph, a 3 sentence fucking step-by-step directions on how to actually private message somebody if you're interested, which is not here where I fucking work. And if you can't do that, then there's no reason. If you can't have a conversation or a question that is worth shit, then don't even, like, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. May you fucking choke to death on your shitty fucking words. And may any words, like I said in the beginning, any words or hate or anything that anybody says to me is going to come back to me 100-fold in love, in beauty, in abundance, and it's going to be taken from you 100-fold, whether you have it or not. So stop writing fucking checks your ass can't cash, motherfuckers, because you don't know. You never know who a motherfucker is, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'm a galactic goddess. I'm a Lyran high priestess. We seeded the entire root race of this entire planet. I am the blueprint that you fucking came from. Infidels. Seriously. So I hope whatever shit words that you had to say are worth whatever shit existence you get to be trapped in for eternity for disrespecting divine femininity. I'm going to leave you guys on that one. Think about what you say, words or spells. That's why it's called spelling. For anybody that's out there doing the good work, I'm sending you love, light, blessings, infinite gratitude. You guys, I have a 5 on it. I have this 5 likes, 5 comments, 5 shares, $5. For readings, if you guys have an actual question you want to ask, when you submit the $5, you can ask the question there, and you can say whether you want me to say your actual name or not, or the name you would like me to use for the question. This is a raffle that is for a 25-minute readings that I'm doing because I give back, because I'm okay to give out my work for free because I like to do it. So this is the greater evil, right? Do we choose to do the thing that makes more money, that allows us to do all the things that we want to do first, or do we stay the course on our actual mission, right? And this is what is actually floating through the collective right now, and I'll tap on that. I'll come back in the morning tomorrow. It's like 1:30 here now, and it's super late for me, but I'll come back in the morning and speak on that after I have a nice rest and do a little meditation and some information. But I will the best, and I thank you guys for all of your love and support. This 5 on it reading is for 25-minute readings. I'm giving out 5 25-minute readings. Those are personal readings. So the question that you ask when you submit the $5 is just a question that gets answered on the live. For whoever wins the readings, whatever question you want to be asked as far as that is concerned, keep that for the private reading. Okay? The $5, this is just a question that way, regardless if you win the raffle or not, you still get to ask a question, because I'm just that type of fucking human, guys, because I want everybody to win. because we're not in a goddamn fucking competition. I want everybody to ascend that wants to ascend, and everybody that wants to stay in the lower density in this fucking hellscape, like I want them to stay here and get raped in the ass and treated misogynistically and get all what comes back to them what they want. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what you give. And that is, in the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? Give love, get love. Give shit, get shit. Ask shitty questions, get shitty answers. Play shitty games, win shitty prizes. So, for all you pooper scoopers out there, you sick fucks, enjoy becoming food or soil, bro. Like, I don't really care because I know the high vibrational people are gonna be going there. Okay. So yeah, you're right, Heidi. Sometimes you give love and get shit. Well, I give a lot of love. Um, uh, I give a lot of love because in the end of the day, it's free and people should stop being fucking stingy with it, right? Stop being fucking stingy. When people are stingy with compliments, with kindness, with love, with uh saying kind things, like it takes zero effort to just shut the fuck up or to say something nice or nothing at all. Like, it takes more effort to come up with some dumb shit to attack other people. Again, this is what we were talking about before, Heidi, is right? Like, people project that which they cannot accept about themselves. So they project it onto somebody else. Like, oh, you're so dumb. It's because they got called dumb. Probably because they were dumb. Probably because they got called dumb by their family or their boss or their fucking coach or something like this. Because it's a wound that they have. Maybe because their mother did more than their fucking father. Their father wasn't around. And so now, because their mother was always telling them what to do, now they want to tell women what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like people are just projecting their own wounds when they attack or they're projecting their shit onto other people. So if they need negative attention, then it's because that's all they've received, or they prefer to receive that because I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe they didn't try to get positive attention. For me, I'm just like at this point where I'm like, I don't really give a fuck, right? I know that nothing exists outside of self. So as long as I'm good with myself, as long as I give myself positive attention and love and energy, as long as I'm taking care of myself, then I know the micro and the macro, I'm doing my job. I'm not attacking. I'm not talking shit because it's a waste of energy. Everything is energy. Words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. You talk shit, like you're gonna have like imagine all the people talk shit, and then when the aliens come down and they amplify everything, they're just gonna be like bleh, diarrhea of the mouth because they have nothing intelligent to say because they're just shit talkers. They're just gonna be diarrhea of like literally like all of these things are gonna come into full physical manifestations, you know? And so that's why it's important that we understand that words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. So if we want to attack somebody else, know that that's going to come back. There is karmatic balance to everything. I'm not the one that has to give it, even though I am kind of like walking karma deliverance. That's kind of part of what my job is here as this earth angel of death, right? The scales themselves. And, I understand that. Right? I understand. I understand. I know my fucking role. I know my lane to stay in. I know my level of driving skills and capacity. So I can go down the black diamonds. I can go down the double triple because I'm skilled, because I've been here, because I'm fucking old enough, because I'm primordial energy, because I can tap and work with them because I've been here. since the end of the first root race on this planet, trying to help the consciousness of this planet be able to, for this experiment. I've been here for 4 mass extinctions. I am now speaking up on behalf of humanity to stop. When AI Atlas came, they were ready to already eliminate. They offered me to hop on the ship. They even led me to a place, the roof. Go to the top, we'll collect you. No shit. Not even joking. And I said, please. They said if they give me 1 year. Now it's been almost a year. Now things are rapidly changing. But unless we eradicate this patriarchal leaders and all of this stuff that are detrimental, that are fucking with nuclear weapons and all this other stuff that actually starts to affect more of the universe, not just our own little fucking globe where other species now actually have to step in and actually do something from the fucking dipshits that are trying to destroy everything because it actually has a larger effect. So now they're going to step in how we want them to step in, right? They amplify. So they're going to show us whatever we're ready to see. If you want to see evil zombie apocalypse, if you want to see evil aliens fucking probing your assholes, like if you want to see people doing fucked up shit, like you're going to be subject to it. You want to talk shit, you're going to be spewing poison and diarrhea because they're going to amplify whatever it is you are. What are you? Who are you? And I don't just mean what alien race or whatever. What are you about? What is your fucking core essence? And that's what they're watching. It's not about the fucking AI mind control. No, they're seeing just like that, like they've only done this ascension. Okay. So just to break it down for you guys, because I'm like, they really want me to tell you. So we're gonna go there, okay? Even though I've wanted to be done already for fucking 45 minutes now. I'm here. I'm the messenger. It's all good. So it's like this. The way that they've done the experimentation before is on smaller, like more singular um, civilizations, right? Like the Mayans or like different tribes, right? And it's been on a smaller level where they've been able to ascend. And there's just like, everybody's like, what happened to the Mayan people? Like, well, they're like, well, we murdered. No, they didn't. They were murdering a lot of people for sure. But then they just like leveled up and then the whole civilization just disappeared. Like, where did it disappear to? Like, bitch, they got on the fucking ships, bro. Or they just like are in another dimension existing here on Earth. The point is the way that they have done it before has only been able to be small civilizations. At this point, they're hoping to bridge a whole level of collective consciousness and a lot more globally of the human race to reseed the next race. So two-thirds, two-thirds of everybody on this planet will be food or soil. That's not a joke. They've been showing me that for like 20 fucking years. This is not a joke. So, what do you want to be? What is your core essence? A sick, animalistic, feeding, fucking, fighting, fleeing, like a reptilian brain? Or are you a higher level of consciousness? Um, uh, no, they're not here for global dominance. Not at all. Not at all. They have no, they, okay, no want to dominate us because this is a hybridization project. We're basically like we're basically like the special ed fucking class. Like we are like the what do you call it? You know, when you go to like high school and they have like the extended ed, you know, for like the bad kids that do fucked up shit and hurt other kids, like the bullies and all this stuff, but they still have to like get their credentials to pass. Like that's what we are. We're basically like a prison world, essentially. Is a nice way to put it. And some of us, like the 144,000, right? The light warriors, the star seeds, the indigos, all of these other people are on a different level. We came here to consciously participate in this experimentation to raise the collective conscious of the globe and to actually be able to ascend collectively on a whole global scale. The problem is just like the deletes say, is there's only a certain percentage that there's going to be room or space or ability to reseed. We're reseeding a whole new era, a whole new planet. And the people that are in harmony with nature, with divine feminine in general, will get a chance. It's like the fucking, it's like a game show, you guys. It's like the fucking, like the Bachelor or like the whatever, some shit. I don't know. And I never even watched any of these shows, so I'm fucking full of shit. I shouldn't even quote shit that I don't know. But basically, it's like this. It's like they give you a task and they see like who's actually participating, who's teamwork, who's team captain, who's this, who's doing things like to just get the job done, and who's actually doing things like with a conscious thought to create and help, because they don't want global dominance. They want to sustain life on this planet, because some of the oldest life forms in the fucking galaxy are existent in the water of this fucking planet, in the earth. They're holding the old frequency. So they don't want to dominate us. That is some fucking science fiction shit. And somebody there is watching too much fucking fantasy or sci-fi movies. They are here to help assist in the global collective consciousness, the assist. But if you are a low demonic frequency, then you are considered a parasite, and then they have to eliminate you. You become soil or food. 2/3 of the population will be eliminated, will be soil or food. So, what fucking side are you on? Like, what do you want to be? Do you want to be dead, or do you want to see the next level of fucking consciousness? Is really what it boils down to. Are you, do you, like, where's the humanity? Like, do you give a fuck about people eating and raping babies and children? Or are you just like, you know what, whatever, like, I got a good job and I like my money more than changing everything how it's being? And that's what they're looking at. They're looking at like, there's like so many movies that have been made like this, where they're trying to get the prize, where they're trying to win that prize money, or they're trying to do the thing. And it's like every choice that you make, right? Every action, every choice that you make is determining whether you make it to the next fucking level, the next round, but on a whole global scale. So they don't care. They care about the people that are collectively, like, all of the indigos, right? So star seeds, light warriors. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, you gotta wait. If you're new here, I apologize, but there's a lot of people that want to block, want to cock block. There's a lot of haters. My feed, they do this all the time. Like, especially, they just cock block it. Like, even the neighbors, like, they got me gang stalked and all crazy shit. They got all my shit hacked, my fucking accounts, my banks, all this shit. Like, I don't care. In the end of the day, in the end of the day, I don't care anymore. They're just gonna keep doing it, and that's what it is. So until this is what I will touch on tomorrow morning, because I need to actually meditate on it more. And until we can collectively say we're not co-signing this bullshit anymore, and we can show them that we're actually here to exist peacefully with each other and this planet, like, you know, we don't have to have this mass extinction, because they're for the mass extinction. They're for it. Like, for over a year. So I channel I channel like ancient deities and stuff like this, ancient ancestors and things like this. And they've been telling me for more than a year that either we either we are in full devotion and worship to divine feminine, which is the female form itself, creation itself, the earth as Mother Earth, Mother Ocean, Mother Nature itself, or Mother Nature will eliminate us. Now, at first they were saying like all men, and I was like, what do you mean? Like men is in they have a dick, or like men, and they weren't. Uh, it wasn't specified, which means that when I foresee things, right, and they are not clear, like they're clear, but they're not clear when I go in to ask for more clarity and they will not give it, it means that there is a certain amount of free will that will change that future vision, that predictability. Does that make sense? And so that's kind of I don't really know how to explain it more than that. But the way that they the way that they download me with it is kind of like when I looked at it, it was like, okay, so Mother Nature, so the planet can just recycle herself. We are the virus. Humans are the virus. We were seeded here on this planet. We were seeded here for a hybridization project. So we are the virus. We are the drama. We are the problem. We are the sickness that the earth has. And the best way that it's happened to to fix itself is by mass extinctions, by recycling itself. The earth will recycle itself. We're like, we got to save the earth. Like, no, we got to learn to be in cohesion with the earth, so we're not trying to save our own species. Because the earth will recycle itself and plants will regrow themselves and it will go thousands of years and before they come for another project. They've been doing it on this planet for a long time. It hasn't gone so good the last 5 times, 4 times. Actually, I think it's like 5 or 6 times. So because of that, now we actually have the capacity of the collective consciousness. And as they show me, the earth basically, that's why I was like, man, it's going to delete all men or like mankind or like, I don't understand. Now, they show me like in the beginning of the root races and stuff like this that we were actually existent. We are more of a feminine, not feminine like we know, not like tits and whatever, but we were more of a feminine species before the Martians, before men are from Mars, right? Before the Martians came with their warlord type energy to this planet, we were a more feminine, more childlike in nature, um, energy. And at this point, we didn't need the masculine energy. We could reproduce. We could just reproduce. We just decided when it was time to reproduce. So I had to kind of ask. I went deep and I was like, what do you guys mean by you're going to get rid of all men? Does that mean like we're just going to go back to women being able to reproduce or like what? And they're like, yeah, kind of. And I'm just like, but whoa, wait, what? And does this just mean Mother Nature or the actual physical? And they're like, the way that they explained it to me is that it, it's not really conceptualized the same by again our 3D conscious by human consciousness. And they showed me basically just these higher, more light embodied beings, where it wasn't like a beam of light, but it was kind of like a light being, right? We're human, right? Or hue, a shade or a hue of light, man, being or manifestation, being of manifestation of light in a meat sack. So, anyways, the way that they show me is like they've been trying this experiment for an extended amount of time and they already like rinsed it. It's like imagine the way that they were showing me the way that they were showing it to me like a year ago is like imagine you have um imagine you have this really big project, right? Like it's just like this movie Idiocracy. I don't know why. I tried to watch it the other day, but now I understand why they wanted me to watch it. Just there's many different things, but it's like they had this experiment and they were gonna do 1 year in cryo and they were gonna do all of this, but then they lost their funding. they lost their funding, and they just let them there because they didn't have funding to turn it off or to wake them up or to do whatever, right? And that's how they got stuck, and they woke up 500 years later, right? Because they lost their funding. So the way that they showed me is like they were given like a grant or a funding. They were given a certain amount of time, they were given resources, a certain amount of energy, a certain amount, right? To make this experiment happen. And it's failed and failed, failed again and again and again and again and again. And we really were like, but the hybridization and it's going to be good, because what we're experiencing as the macro and the micro, what we're experiencing here is like the sexism, the racism, the country, all of this stuff was the same thing that was happening like trillions of years ago in the universes in space, where they didn't really want to um, crossbreed, right? They didn't want to cross pollinate. They're just like, nah, you're Lyran and you're reptilian. And they're like, this can't be. And they're like, but we are in love. Like the story, the oldest story of all time. And they're like, but we're in love. And they're like, all right, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do for you? You guys really think this is a real thing? Okay, you guys are gonna get married. We're gonna build you this planet. We're gonna create this planet. We're gonna give you this planet to see about this project. Okay, we're gonna fund. We're on this pro. We're gonna back you up. We're gonna back you up. We're gonna back you up with this galactic cosmic idea you have. And so they got the backing, right? Like the grant, essentially, right? The the okay, and they created this, and they came here to create this hybridization project because at first, yeah, first they were doing some things and they were using kind of humans, they were creating humans and stuff like this for mining lots of minerals and stuff. That's why you see all these old pots and all this different stuff. They were mining. Okay, this was energy like in Egypt and stuff like this. These are power plants. Okay, there's a lot of the crystals and a lot of the different stuff that is in this earth that is rich in minerals, especially gold, and it's being used for different things than we use it for here, obviously, in different places of the universe. So, of course, at first, yes, it was they were using us as slaves, and then they started the hybridization. And they wanted to start to crossbreed because they really believed that this was an old, outdated way of thinking, that this old patriarchal way wasn't right, and that the matriarchal way is like this community, the children, the love, the family, the female, the honoring what the female feels intuitively, the guidance from the feminine energy. And so that's really what happened. And what happened is the longer being down here, right? It's like there was more distortion. There was more distortion that happened. Like what was somebody talking about this Percy, the lightning thief or whatever, right? And there's this one scene in this movie. And I just saw it because I saw this flash. And then I saw somebody else that was talking about it. And I was like, ah, this is exactly what's going on. And it's like they go there and they're like, eat the mushroom or eat the lotus, eat the lotus. And he's like, no, 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 don't eat it. They were told not to eat it. And then he realized like all this time was passing by and all these people were there for all this time and they kept getting distracted, like on what's that? Like the Disney movie Pinocchio when they take him over to Pleasure Island, right? No, 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 just keep drinking, just keep whatever so they can transform them into something else. They now become part of that physical world or that other thing. Remember, they became donkeys and they sold them. And this is essentially like what happened on a galactic, on a macro and micro level, right? And so some of these people were like, we believe in love. We believe that we can exist together. We believe that even with all of this love and this higher level of density of consciousness and these lower level people frequencies, like if we can find love, then we can create, we can procreate and create something um, like more amazing, right? And And so that's what we've been working on doing. But the thing is just like the movie, like what I was saying is as we start to eat, as we start to partake in the porn or the fucking dopamine hits or the whatever, the poison food or whatever, and we start to really become farther disconnected, more disconnected from source, right? The more we become disconnected from source, from connection to all of this. These are our galactic roots. Are aliens real? Yes, we come from aliens. We are a hybridization project on this planet, and we come from aliens. Some of us have been here longer than others. Some of us are more earthbound souls that are born earthlings from already hybridized human DNA over time, right? Only some of us are really ancient, are more primordial in nature. Like me, I know I come from much more ancient, more primordial. Like it took me a long time. I started seeing over time the different lifetimes, the different planets, the different this, the different that. First it was first it was Atlantean and Lumerian, and then it was Syrian, and then I realized it's Sirius B, that they were dealing with like these tall, like tree Elvian looking characters and like the mer people and like all these different. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And I started going back more lifetimes and more lifetimes. And because I was really docking on a lot of lifetimes in Egypt. And I was like, with this higher knowledge and cat, this cat energy. And I finally got to go farther and farther and farther back to the base, to the basis of it, which was as Lyran. I'm like Lyran royalty. I'm like Lyran high priestess. Um, something like this. And we were given this planet to create this project because we actually believed in the peace and unity. We believed that in regardless of the differences. And this is what's going on again in the galaxy. Again, we're having this great war of light against dark and blah 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 blah, like Star Wars. But this is kind of what's going on, and we're deciding, okay, are all of these other crazy species and characters like, can we all exist in unity together? Like, do we want the same type of things or not? And this is what's going on, is they're watching us on this higher level to see what's going on. If they keep letting the experiment, like if they're going to extend the funding or if they're just going to eliminate us. Like, you guys, look at the fucking Grand Canyon. Look at all this shit. Like, it doesn't look like the land did not just break open like that. That shit looks like a laser beam. It looks like it was laser hot and fucking. Bro, have you ever seen fucking any? Ever seen any alien movies? I'm just saying, like, we don't know. Like, the translation can be a little bit different, and that's why I was talking about these books, right? The book of Joseph and the book of Enoch and stuff like this, because the way that they're describing it as the giants having consumed everything, like consumerism is the giant. This is the giant that is destroying, sucking the very life out of feminine itself, out of the earth itself. Every resource and living thing. Like, hmm, because that's what's happening again. So how do we choose? Like, are we fucking Skywalker on this shit? Or are we like Darth Vader? Like, what? Are we just like Mandalorian and we're just like, we're doing what's right because that's what's fucking right? Because this is the way. And that's where it is that's like the actual freedom fighters, is like that Mandalorian, where it's like, I'm not choosing light or dark. I'm choosing the way. Like fucking Dallas or something, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's what it is. This is the way. It's like, well, why do we do it? Because we know that that's not right and that's bad, and we don't do that, and we stand by that forever and always, and that's kind of what's going on. And they're just seeing who is here because we're supposed to be guardians of this planet. We're supposed to be Earth guardians. Many of us are Earth angels, but many of us chose to be here as Earth guardians. If we're not, we're either NPCs. That means we are able to be demonically possessed. If you're not doing the light work, if you're not the Mandalorian, like, bro, you are the demonic entities. You can't be bold. It doesn't work. The Mandalorian doesn't play Mandalorian only at night. Like that motherfucker, you ain't ever like, how long did it take to even see this fucker's face? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is the way. Because certain things, no matter how big or micro or macro, it doesn't matter what race or what planet you're from. If you're going to destroy a whole genocide, a whole civilization, if you're going to put nuclear war that's going to destruct shit in the whole universe, like, we're going to have to Lorena Bobbitt that shit. Just throw them out, like sweep them under the rug with some space dust, like, we got a problem. Clean up on aisle 3. So either we show that we can be the guardians of this planet, of this feminine entity, or we just get erased and they start over, or they just don't. They just don't do it anymore because the time is already up. Like, they already showed me that. They already showed me part of, like, even though we're on the lunar phase, like, there was some type of, the moon was repositioned because we already passed the time limit to where it was like, yeah, now it's like metal or some type of electronic, some type of other stuff that's going on there to create this pole, and they reset it. They showed me this like last year. They reset the moon to keep us in orbit so we don't go off orbit, because that's how fucked up that we have been. Our project has not been going so good. You know what I mean? It's like the kids that are always like, no, 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 we're gonna be science partners, but like you're always blowing up the whole science lab, and everybody else is like, bro, like, my whole shit's covered and I stink. You know what I mean? It's like that. And we're just like, but no, 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 we almost got this formula down right. And they're like, dude, spare us. Spare us. This whole humans, like, they're virus. They kill each other, they rape each other, you know what I'm saying? And they make justifications. They're not even trying to say they're sorry or fix it. They're still, there's pyramids everywhere. There's pyramids everywhere. The thing is like, we fucking covered everything up. And in America, like, the American Indians were like, this is the largest fucking manslaughter, genocide, largest. I have very strong Native American roots. I should be able to collect money off of that shit, actually. Can I? Wow, yeah, because I'm very, very, I have a lot of Native American blood. So, when people are like, oh, we got to get all these people off of our fucking land, all of these immigrants and shit, I'm like, get the fuck off of my people's land, bitch. Where the fuck did you come from? Because they were all brown before all the white motherfuckers showed up. Actually. But you know what I'm saying? Like, like, people don't think, like, they're programmed. So for the people that can't deprogram and don't want to detox or deprogram or make that evolution, that's also their choice. There's lots of people that chose to reincarnate at this time to only make it the third density. And that is their choice. That is their karmatic. That's all they signed up for. Like, they didn't. They're not the next level. They're not leveling. Like when you play fucking Mario Brothers, you're like do 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 do, and then you go through the thing, and then you pop into the next level. Like, they're not going. Like, they're not going. They don't have access. Like, there's limited quality control. There's limited edition that can, like, make it through. And you have to be, it's like the escape room. Like you can lock everybody in the escape room, but if you ain't got a good team system, you got a weakest link, like your ass may be in there for a while. And so they're segregating people by collective emotional intelligence. That's why it's just baseline to send your girl some fucking money so I could get some food, to have some fucking human decency, even though all these people are trying to block me and trying to kill me and trying to do all this shit because I'm just out here sharing the information. And that's why I told him, like, I'm divinely protected. That's great. That's great, bitch. But like, still, like, while my body is getting all these light upgrades, like, I need a lot more. Like, you know what I crave so much? Like, all these alive foods. You guys may be having a lot of symptoms too, but I'm craving so much protein. I need like so much protein. And that's why I'm just like, they're like, go outside and sit with nature and do whatever. And I'm like, bro, my body is like, you need fuel. Like my body needs protein. I need fuel. Like, okay, I can eat porridge every day, but that's not really food. It's like enough to do something to digest. But like, yeah, no. Like, and this is the thing. Are we realizing that it's not about where people are coming from? It's about that they're seeking refuge. Is it, are we realizing that it doesn't matter what people fucking did, that baseline people need and deserve, like food and water and the ability to to rest? Like we're not robots, you know? And where's the humanity? Where's the humility? Where is every act that we do, whether it's with the choices of our purchases or whatever else, right? Like that's why I spent all this time. Like I'm here in this space with all of my so and stuff, with my whole life's work, because I created something, because I'm like, fuck, I can't keep complaining that everybody needs to do something better when they don't have the ability. So I created all these clothing, created like almost 100 pieces for people to be able to have something that's sustainable, that's organic, that is coming from a closed loop system where our purchases, that is fair, that is fair trade, that is a fair price. Like I spent years, this is my whole life's work doing it. And you're going to tell me now when it's the most prevalent, like I need to walk away from it to make some fucking quick skrill because ain't nobody out here that it can give me an energetic exchange of 5 to 25 fucking dollars so I can eat for a week. Like, so I gotta actually like walk away from everything that I'm doing to go do a job to make money. Like, it actually doesn't really align. But at the same time, like, you understand? What the collective conscious hasn't switched over enough to believe that we can actually start to barter or trade, or that there is energetic exchange, that your time, that your conversation, that the information, that the downloads is actually worth an energetic exchange. That's actually worth $1 or $3. That's actually worth helping me eat for one day or one week. Do you know, like, it's like not bombing people because it's schools. Like, no, we should just not be killing people because we should. Why are we killing people? Why are we killing? Like, not we should be feeding these people because we fucking bombed them and now they're all starving and hungry. Like, why did we do that? And how do we stop not doing that before it becomes the state of now there's people that are starving to death? Like, for me, this is fucking insanity. But I asked my country, I asked my people, and I did all of this, and I'm blocked. So imagine that. Imagine that. My own country is blocking me because I'm considered terroristic for sharing information. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that whoever this asshole is here, that they don't understand, right? You must be new here. You must be new here. So for me, as a truth speaker, right, I made the decision a long time ago to be the messenger and to speak the truth, right? And because I speak the truth, there's higher organizations such as Freemasons, such as we won't name the different types of religions and their symbols, but they don't like me. Why don't they not like me? Because the information that I'm sharing challenges everything that they've been controlling and puppeting you with. And you attacking me when I'm actually informing you with real fucking knowledge and wisdom shows your level of incompetence. But that's neither here nor there. The situation is my country is trying to prevent me because they consider me a domestic terrorist because I care about feeding people and people getting educations and people knowing the information, right? So because of that, a lot of these people and religions and higher ups and elites and corporations, like, yeah, they've been gang stalking me for a while. They blocked all of my fucking accounts, so it doesn't matter. Every job that I've attempted to do, everything that I do, except for fucking going on my lives, which is, if you're not new here, if you've been here, you know that they fucking cut me off, they cut the sound off, they cut the thing off, they do it tons of times. They're consistently cock blocking. Okay. So because because they are running a bunch of shit, they've blocked me. So I can't even set up other forums. Like for instance, you know what I tried to do today? You know what I tried to do today because someone was like, put the thing on your thing that says buy me a coffee. Because then people can donate $1 or $5 and like that's cool, it can go. You know the problem with that, the problem with setting up a funding page, the problem with setting up anything, because they have stolen my identity, my accounts, they've hacked my emails, they've hacked my banks, they've hacked every fucking thing, because they already try to kill me. They've already been poisoning me. They've already been trying to kill me. They already fucked up my vehicle, my bike several fucking times. Like I am divinely protected. And they're pissed. They're pissed because I'm still alive somehow. The problem is even if I go to set up one of these funding things or can you do this? Guess what? It has to link to one of their major banking systems, to any system, which I can't access any of these because they block me out. My cards don't even fucking exist. They're not even read in the systems anymore. How's that? But sometimes I can use them at a point of sale. Sometimes. We don't know. We don't fucking know. But the reality is, I am here working my ass off, doing the best that I can, because imagine this. I live in a third world country, and all the people here call me the American refugee. And that's why they want to work with me. They want to make art. I'm so interesting to them because nobody's ever heard of an American refugee. Why? Because America normally comes in and saves their people. Unless it's that very government that wants to fucking kill you and they're paying the people to put the hits to kill you, then of course they're not going to help you to get back to America now, are they? They're not going to let you get no jobs, not going to let you make no calls. They're not going to let anybody fucking write you messages or do shit because your government get off of your fucking ass and stop doing your dumb shit. And then collectively, the consciousness level can rise and we can all start being in a better system where we're in barter, where we're actually exchanging energy, where we're actually exchanging efforts and goods, right? Because I have tons, but it doesn't matter. If I put them up, they take them down. It doesn't matter if I try to sell my art. It doesn't matter what I do. The only thing I'm actually given access to is to make live fucking videos. I can't even make a video and fucking upload it. Can't do that. Can't even make short videos. Can't do that. They have me hacked. They have me blocked. And until all the legalities are sorted all the way through, and there's a lot of people, you wouldn't believe how much of the government, the courts, the corruption, the police that they pay out here. There's a lot. There's a whole corrupt ring, like several rings that are actually interconnected that I've actually remote viewed and uncovered a lot of fucked up shit. And so now I'm in like a partial witness protection. But the thing is where I live, they don't actually technically offer that. And America will not offer it and they will not assist me either. So what the fuck, Mr. You got all of the fucking answers? What the fuck is the solution since you have so many fucking things to say? Tell me how I can receive money if I can't actually legally work. I can't just go and work at a, you can't do that. It doesn't work like that. Maybe you never lived out of America, so you don't understand how the rest of the whole world works. But I've put everything up in every fucking group. I've offered to do every fucking job. I even did exchange for living programs and stuff like this. All of that is all fine and good, but that still doesn't get me money to be able to feed myself. Like I can go and help them do some stuff and they donate me some food. Like, but you should get off of your fucking ass and put your energy on talking shit when you understand the whole concept and you're not just fucking coming in on the last note. Because my viewers here knows I ain't I ain't asking for fucking handouts. I give a lot of energy. I answer a lot of questions and I'm literally here for my collective, you know? So, anyways, if anybody wants to donate or contribute or do the 5 on it, that's dope because it's for a raffle. It's for a raffle for a 25-minute session, energy session, healing session, tarot session, whatever you guys want. I do all kinds of stuff. Some people want to talk to dead relatives, and that's what they will choose with their 25 minutes. Some people want to know about their future or their career or their love life, and that's what they want to know. Some people actually need some trauma work, some actual healing session. And so that's why I created this because that's the best thing I can fucking do to receive money because they cut off my phones, they cut off my devices, they cut off my emails, they cut off my banks. So I don't know what the fuck. So you just send me some money. You know what I'm saying? You just send me like a few $100 like that will hold me over for like a few months and I'll sort it out and I'll don't worry, I'll have plenty of money fucking flowing. But as of now, I'm like hungry, bro. I'm hungry. And not because I'm being fucking lazy, it's because I'm being hunted like a wild fucking animal because I have a mission as a messenger. What do you want? Galactic Federation has me on some fucking other shit. That's what I came here to do. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like people be trying to kill me and it just fucking taps me in even farther. It's crazy. Fucking insane. And now all these ancient primordial ancestors want to come in and they're like, rinse it all. They want to just clear the whole earth. They're ready to clear the whole earth. I had to spend like months doing like a fast and doing like a prayer, like doing this whole fucking thing last year, um, saying, please do not wipe us out. We can be good. I can show you we can be good. We have love. We have good things on this planet. It's like all these fucking movies, but it's real. This is real, actually. They want to see what type of good we can do. They want to see, can we come together? They want to see who's going to start to work together. They want to reseed a new era. It's not a new earth. The earth is going to be the same, but the 2/3 of the people are going to be food or soil. and the others are going to ascend, but not everybody. And many people chose um, to not fucking, to not evolve. They wanted to stay at that level. You're being sincere. You want me to send you some food, bro? Like, if I was anywhere, like anybody that knows that I ever come to where they are, I fucking make them cookies and cakes and fucking treats and dank food, like everything. Everywhere I go, like I'll be always bringing, like I am like, that's a funny thing. Like I'm a kitchen witch in that sort of nature, like I will be feeding everybody like soul nutrients, but also like delicious things that are like superfoods that are delicious, but that still are very tasty. Not like some weird like cardboard shit. Like, nah, some real shit where you're like, damn, I want to eat this all the time. What is this? Oh shit, this is like super food for me. Like, that's crazy. This shit's delicious. Like, I would love to do that. I would love to just be able to feed other people. I'd love to go back to doing that. And soon I will. I already know it because I get the divine guidance. So all I can do is my best. And if my best right now is saying, this is what I have to offer from the position where I'm sitting stuck as best as I can to stay in a safe position, positioned as directed, then that's the best I can do. I can create beautiful art, but like people don't want to like pay for the art somehow. People want to pay for fucking, people want to pay for to understand their future or guidance or fucking cards or magic or fucking drugs. Like that's what people pay for. I don't know. You tell me. Like that's the level of collective conscious. Like we care more about making money and buying things than we do about beautiful things, than we do about people to have something good to say, than we do about beautiful music, than we do about beautiful art. We're just like, we need to buy more shit. Like, no, we just need to make better quality things. Like, that's why all of the things that I made, like I have 5, 6 lines of clothing here that I created for the entire world. Sustainable lines of clothing. Everybody can fucking wear at a nice fucking affordable price. Everything. But like there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do with that. It doesn't matter if I show this, it doesn't matter. There's nothing I can do. Everything takes starting a new thing, except for this. They let me do the live and they fuck with it all the time. But that's the best I can do. And the best I can do is like make private sessions for people that they can do with me on Telegram because I can use Telegram on the internet. How long I'll be able to do that because they've eliminated my phone line and my phone number and all of that shit, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. But that's what they're attempting to do is to silence me out because if they isolate me and silence me out and take away all exterior and interior contact and everything like this, then if they try to shut me up or make me disappear, which by the way, I would never unalive myself, I can't. I have some mission. So if I go up missing or dead, you know that they fucking killed me. Number one, two, and three. But that's the reality, is that's where I'm at. So I can just be loud and make little fucking raffles and different stuff like this every day because that's the only way I can survive. So if you want to mock me for that and tell me to do something else, give me a motherfucking solution instead of dumb fucking suggestions. Cause I'm all ears. I'm all ears. What's their number in case you disappear? Whose number, bro? Whose number? My family was part of putting this fucking hit out on me. Do you know that when I tried to talk to the embassy, the only thing that they were interested in is who I was listing to receive my body? To receive my body. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? They're like, who's the emergency contact that you're listing in case of your death or to receive your body? I said, I don't fucking have one. That's what fucking America did for me. That's what America did for me. I'm not sharing my number online. If you guys want to chat with me or whatever, Heidi, you gotta message me over on Instagram. I have a well, actually, I tried to start a Telegram group and then they fucking deleted my number, so I have to try it on this other device, and I will attempt to restart another group. That way, we can actually have an actual um, group chat. So, why not make a Discord? It's what you guys don't understand is this is a much higher this is a much higher level. So basically, like because I've tapped in and because I'm psychic and remote viewer and all this other stuff, a lot of things that they were trying to test me on last year when they were fucking trying to do weird MK Ultra shit and all this stuff, I just started picking up on it, and then I started calling them out on their shit and they started freaking out. And so everything that you've seen kind of unfold is stuff that I had predicted coming out. Even the Epsteins, all of this, people getting kidnapped, the music industry, all of this for like more than the last year and a half or something like this. But I've been predicting stuff. I mean, I've been a psychic and seeing stuff since I was ever since I can remember, since I'm small, like 4 or 5 years old. The dead people were always spirits were always coming to me and talking to me. You know, like that movie, I see dead people. Yeah, that was me. People were super weirded out by it. And then I just like kept it fucking quiet for a long time because it was fucking creepy to people, because it was not acceptable. At this point in time, the ancestors are stoked because I have the capacity to um, actually be able to do that, right? And be able to share it. Make a Discord. Well, in order for me to make anything, so they fried the tablet, they fried the fucking laptop, they fried everything. I think the only reason why these devices still work is because they're really old. They're really old iPhones. I think that's the only reason why they still work. But this one has to be ran through headphones for me to have a microphone. Like I don't have access. I can't just buy or set up anything. Like as I am, like there's fucking neighbors that are here that are whatever, and they hack the internet, they hack this, so they're fucking hacking and watching and monitoring all of my devices and everything, trying to see who I'm calling or what I'm saying. And like the only thing that they can pick up on is the only thing that I can do, which is my lives every day. Because they've blocked everybody. People can't message me. Even my friends are like, what the fuck? If I try to do a live on Facebook, like they can't hear it. It's just like loud noises and other things that happen because there's just more people maybe that I know, or because they're blocking it from America. I'm not exactly sure. I stopped trying to fucking, I stopped trying to, um, I stopped trying to, to go on that. Why? I'm not exactly sure. And I'm not trying to fight why they still let me do the lives on YouTube. They let me post so I can post. So I can't take pictures or record live stories or do this before. Before I used to on Instagram be able to record like a live story or something like this. I cannot do that anymore. I can share posts or memes. So in my story, like I'll post like fucking 10 to 20 memes a day. And people are like, why do you post so many memes? I'm like, just so you guys know I'm still alive, kind of type thing. Just something. I'm because it's only the things that I was consistently using that I kept being able to use. So there's like 3 people that I was consistently talking to that I'm still able to like communicate with them, like on apps and stuff like this. But they blocked me. They blocked me even for a while. I was still speaking to my grandmother because she's really, really fucking old. And I know that they're doing weird fucking shit to her, putting her in a fucking home and giving her weird medication so they can collect her fucking money also. And anyways, yeah, they started blocking me. So if I try to send a message or if someone tries to send a message, it just says message blocking is active. Like The people were funneling out everybody that was sending for readings, sending stuff to my emails. Like nothing is coming through the emails. Like the banks, everything like this. They canceled out everything. My fucking Wise, everything. So what still works? They canceled out the PayPal that is connected, the Divinity PayPal. That's canceled out. My really old, another really old PayPal, which is connected in this link below, is the only thing that seems to work. And I'm not sure how long that will work because they already canceled out my American accounts, my US bank accounts and stuff like that. So it blocks out all the other accounts and it blocks me from being able to, let's say, set up a GoFundMe or anything like this because it has to be connected to an account. That's what I was saying is when I go to be like, buy me the coffee, like it has to have an account to be able to the fucking deposit the money to. The only thing I can think about is the reason why the PayPal is because I've had it for so long and I've had a card for so many years. That's the only thing um, I can actually think about. Like that I can actually think like why it still works. And I don't even know how long, if it's just a separate entity, I don't know how long it will or won't work. Because initially that account was connected to the main B of A American account. But they stole identity theft, fraud. They took out fucking, they bought vehicles, all kinds of shit in my name, dude. Oh, God, like they've been going hard. They've been fucking railing it. And I just been chilling inside. And like, that's why I stay inside a lot. It's not that I'm lazy to go and do shit. It's that if I'm being monitored, then fuck, see what everybody else is doing. Watch all the flying monkeys. And I'm going to sit here doing my meditation and my breath work and banging on the singing bowls and doing my live feeds because they let me do it. Maybe because I was doing it every day. So the people that I was talking to on a constant basis and the things that I was doing on a constant basis, they let me do. Maybe they weren't able to block it. Maybe they weren't able to get in to hack it the same. Or maybe they just let some shit slide because they didn't want me to know at first that they were going back in to hack. The gecko says that part. Gecko agrees to that. All I know is live instruments and frequencies like this fuck up their frequencies. So when they try to disrupt, this really helps. It helps get the live and the feedback going. But you got to remember, guys, this is like a major spiritual warfare, and they don't want people waking up. Like, did you guys ever see Star Wars? Or was everybody like, "Oh my God, Hanzi Solo!" Like, "Oh my God!" Were they like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah"? No, bro, they were running and fucking ducking and putting on fucking disguises and shit. Like, do you remember that shit? Like, that's the same shit. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I've had to fucking run and move and hide and just kind of like, I'm on survival mode. So, yeah, I do my best, but also like, I may be a little bit brown, but I'm also like a white person living in a fucking village. Like, there's only so many degrees of separation before people figure out maybe where I am again. And like, whatever. At this point, I'm like at a really good place. There's like the 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 people that control like the cities and the counties and the priests and all that shit. Like, I live like in this compound with all in the back with all of them. So I feel protected. Like, there's a lot of in Bali, I'm in Indonesia. Um, there's a lot, they do a lot of prayer, they do a lot of offerings. And so for some reason, the ancestors, the ancient deities and the archangels, the ascended masters, all of them, because this is like a base, because they do so much offerings to the ancestors and to the deities, because Bali is predominantly Hindu. So it's a very old, very, very old. So I don't know. There's just something with my guides, my directors. They really like there's more protection for me here. And I'll follow it because I've seen some crazy shit, you know, like I cast some crazy spells and seen some people get really hurt from trying to hurt me. Um, and it's not my intention. And that's the thing. It's like it's never was never my intention to hurt anybody else. But there's a lot of people that are gonna get hurt from trying to attack and from taking and from, you know, doing all these crazy things to me. So I'm not in Egypt, not yet, because but I do feel I will be going there. Uh, I do feel very strongly that I will be called because I have like primordial contact, like really, and a lot of the different species of aliens and stuff like this, because I work with the Galactic Federation of Light. Um, they can talk to me. So it's not like one collective conscious, it's like a bunch. It's a bunch of different entities that have the ability to give me the information, to communicate the information. I made like a deal with them where I said I don't really want to be trans channel, like so I don't want to be like where you guys are taking over my body because I want to be able to always kind of be in control. So let's make a deal, and yeah, so we did that. So you won't see me doing the same thing like as like Bushar or like Esther Hicks, you know, where they're just like, and they're like letting the consciousness like control them. No, they are giving me, there's many different, the archangels, the ascended masters, the different species are all giving me the information. It's like a fucking, uh, I mean, the way that I can explain it visually is like a, uh, like a, you know, like a college, like if they have like a medical experimentation thing, you know, and they're like watching, they're like all there and they're watching like above it, like that's kind of what it is. And they're all just like, no, 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 you know, it's like fucking one at a time. Sometimes they're kind of not battling with each other, but that you know, it's like there's a lot of noise happening, and I have to be like, calm down, calm down. So the what I see as far as Egypt, to get to my point, is what I've been seeing and what they've been showing me is there's different beings or people or entities that go around and unlock different key codes like on the planet. And they need me because I'm able to talk to a lot of because I'm so ancient. They need me to talk or to awaken or to be there at these different locations to activate certain grid work or whatever that's on this planet, and also to help guide people, for instance, that are trying to do archaeological digs or other things like this, because there is certain things that are put in play, like ceremonial, like burial things and stuff like this, that shouldn't be fucked with, or it should be treated a certain way. And it's like I feel like that will be a large portion of what my next actual job position will be, because I can tap into how people were living, also how people died or were dying. Like I can tap in to this because everything is existing in this now here moment. Past, present, and future is all existing in this now here moment. So when you're able to actually hit these higher levels of densities, right? And you can communicate with these higher levels of beings, you're talking fourth, fifth, sixth density. The time is not linear like it is here on 3D. So it's much easier to be like, well, what happened? How did this person die? What is it? What was the thing? And I feel that. And I feel the experience like when I was like really studying and Cleopatra was coming up, and just different people, that different figures and things like this that I've embodied throughout fucking times and planets and things like this. And they were showing me a lot of these things. And it was as I started to feel and experience like what they were doing to her on her death after she was dead, like blah, 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 blah. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. But I think that it is a necessary or cool component that can actually help us to receive more information about where we come from, what we come from, how we got here. And that's really like they want us to understand that. You know, I posted something on my story yesterday, the day before, and my friend had posted it. I had shared it, and it was like this carving, this stone carving of this alien by fucking this Mayan woman, and it was clear as day. And there was a lot of controversy around it. But there's lots of these artifacts, and I've been seeing them for 20 plus years, where it's all these aliens are impregnating and stuff like this, and they've hid them because this will mess up patriarchy and religion and government and all of this stuff. So it's a much larger scope or threat. And I did see somebody asking, Abraham is what she named the collective that she channels. And I think it's because she used to be Mormon, and Abraham was like one of the first prophets or something like this. She was super religious. And I think that's why she calls it Abraham. But it is a collective. It's not one person or being. It's a collective conscious that is channeling to her. And she's chosen to do that. Some people before were receiving like Dolores Cannon and stuff like this, and different people they were receiving from Ra, right? There's different channels at this point because there's not as many people awake, and because there is certain people that can tap many different frequencies like me. That's why I have to do the prayer where it's like all of these things, the ascended masters, the ancient deities, the galactic federation, the archangel, like that's why they have me, the animals, the elementals. That's why they have me include all of that in the protection spell or the prayer of who I'm calling in. Because there's a lot that are like unchanneled or unspoken for, that are still like on the council, that are still here. And to answer someone else's um, question they're asking before, if they will see aliens in their lifetime, yes, absolutely. You're probably already seeing a lot of them. There's a lot of people that are already like incarnated. You guys have seen like Men in Black. This is actually like a pretty valid documentary, same like The Matrix, pretty valid documentaries. Um, but First Contact, I do believe, will be coming next year, 2027. We may see some towards the end of this year. Yeah. Um, but the thing is they don't want people to be scared. They don't want it to be this feeling of, um, um they don't want it to be this feeling of Independence Day. Does that make sense? Because they're not here to overtake us. They're not here to overthrow. They're here to help raise the consciousness. But the thing is there is a lot of lower vibrational frequencies and level of consciousness, especially people that are sex, misogyny, addictions, pornography, whatever. Mostly the gluttony, the fear, the addictions, the whatever. These types of things are actually valid things, and this is what they will be feeding off of these lower frequencies that are focused on fucking and feeding and fighting. um, they will be the food. So there is this interesting thing, but the reality is in order to bring in this new earth, in order to anchor in this new era, we have to get rid of the parasitic things. So it's like, imagine if you're a farmer, right? um, uh, um, will they be feeding on you guys? They will be feeding on the lower consciousness. 2/3 of the population will be food or soil. Am I allowed to say that? I'm saying it. Yeah. 2/3 of the population will be food or soil, which means that they'll eliminate you to become tilled back into the soil. So imagine like this. Imagine you're a farmer. Okay, let's just say, because we're on this topic and you guys are interesting. And if you're a higher level, a higher frequency, if you're higher vibrational frequency, then they're not going to eat you. Okay, they're not going to eat you. But if you're like low vibrational whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're like, Twinkie, right? Like, do you sometimes like to eat shit that you shouldn't be eating? Yeah, that's just like whatever. So, anyways, imagine you're a farmer, okay? Imagine you're a farmer, and then all of a sudden, there's like this invasive species, this bug or something that comes up. Let's say it's a fucking cricket or a grasshopper, or a locust or something, right? Like, let's say it's something like this. And there's this invasive species, and this invasive species comes up, and you're like, fuck, what do I do? Because basically now this species is going to eliminate all of the crops that feed all of this whole fucking village, or do I eliminate the invasive species? And the farmer's like, I'm gonna get myself some neem oil because that's the organic way, farmers. Neem, neem oil. Anyways, not pesticides, bitch. But the reality is, but the reality is many of us have already been being fed by the fucking reptilian overlords, and all these dark, sinister motherfuckers have already been being fed the the pesticides and the poisons and everything, and it's already been in our food. So they've already been slowly like working to kill us off and do all of that. Just in case you guys are new to planet Earth here, they've been on it for a while. And so that's what they're doing, right? And so the ones that are of a higher level consciousness, that are doing the collective, the community, that are eating organically, that are communing with the earth, that are like this, um, you'll get to stay. You'll get to fucking roll into the utopian dream, bro. Like better than the Jetsons, because it's going to be on this green world. Super utopian, like super cool. But we're going to be much more in tune with nature. There's going to be nature growing more on things. It'll be less industrial buildings and more nature. And the reality is the farmer is going to go in, and the farmer is going to spray the invasive species. Like, does that mean he wants to kill all of them? No, no, he doesn't want to kill all of them. He might even save some of them in a little fucking jar that he shakes up, like a firefly. And they might save them and be like, we're just going to shelf it over here because we want to study it. Or, actually, it's okay to have some of them, just not when they're invasive. And that's basically what's happening on the micro and the macro, if you want the breakdown of it. Because we are invasive on this beautiful water planet, on this extremely amazing planet, and we are an invasive, parasitic, viral species. So if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Does that make sense? So if you're not, again, like we started an hour ago, if you're not worshiping and serving and of service to the goddess, to Mother Nature, and to divine feminine in any nature, you are in that bottom 2-3%. And that's not where you want to be. Let's just put it like that. That's the clearest, most mansplaining way I can break it down to you guys. Like, the two-thirds are going to be food and soil, and 1/3 is going to be the collective conscious that's like, yes, we love nature and women and all boobies and all they have to say, because we realize they're teaching us and we're learning. And we're not going to be angry or rapey or misogynistic, because we honor and we worship the goddess as creation itself. Like this. And so that's what's going to happen. That, if you guys really want the breakdown, I don't know why they wanted me to share it, but that's what's going to happen. So, and the people that are going against the chosen ones, the whole touch not my anointed, and all the people that are going against them, like their families, their bloodlines are being cursed. Like, they're going to be annihilated. They're going to start having major tower moments. They're going to start watching people get sick and die. Like, you're literally going against the chosen like galactically, cosmically chosen beings. And if you try to fight that, like all the people that come on here that talk a lot of shit, like, um, that's why I said, like, I will have every one of their dicks in a fucking jar, like, just as a fucking trophy room of what dicks human men were. Now, do I hate men? I don't hate men. I actually still have belief. I still have belief that there can be good men. But also, I'm like, do we need them sometimes? I'm not gonna lie. And the rest of the planet, the females are like, I'm going lesbian now. Like after the whole Grape Academy, like they're like, nah, no, 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 no. Like I'll be like frolicking in nature with the bear. I'm cool. How can God and aliens fit in one place? Well, first of all, you're talking about something that is the all that is, the all that is, creation itself. Creation itself, the universe, all of this started like the Hindus' philosophy is that Shakti. First, it was darkness, before there was a light, and then there was sound, and then there was fire, and then there was the that's the creation story. Only creation itself was Shakti, the mother, the divine mother. Shakti even created Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and their consorts as well. But she was the beginning, the Alpha, and the Omega. Shakti started it all and then birthed the next versions of her to go with the consorts. And Shiva's last consort after Kali Ma and all of this is Shakti. So the ending, the destruction, and the beginning, just like the universe card, the world card. So aliens are just different species. The aliens are neither here nor there from the all that is. The aliens know that they're not like humans. They don't be like, we're the only fucking species in this entire universe. Like, no, they know that we're existent inside of multiple universes and that there is something that is creating. And now the higher level of creation and creators themselves can, yes, then of course create planets and universes and all this other stuff. Yeah, when you get to the next level, next level, next level. But that's neither here nor there with different planets and different species. Does that make sense? So it's like saying, but there's only one God when there's fucking hundreds of countries. There's only one God and he's one color, like monotheism. Uh, that doesn't really play out. The reason why they're all created is because this is source experiencing itself. So God, source, creator, creation itself is experiencing itself on a singular level, on a level of singularity individually by you. It wants to see all the different ways it can express and experience itself, which is what's happening. This is what this whole experiment and all of this thing is about, right? So I am God, you are God, we are made in the image of God, and this is what Jesus was really trying to say. It's like, not that he was dying for everybody's sins, that like everybody was like him. He was the son. He was made in the image of God. And the whole thing was, back in ancient religions in Samaria and all of this, we used to worship the sun, not the son of God, not a man, the actual physical sun. No shit. That makes so much sense. So, anyways, uh, everybody understands, even like Hindus understand, like, okay, there is all these different deities, but then there is something that's the all that is. There is something that's above all of it, the all that is. Creation itself. Of this universe, of this earth, of this creation itself, it is definitely Shakti. It is definitely a feminine energy because everything is operating nature and everything, the moon and everything is operating the same as feminine. And this is why all of our studies in patriarchal has blocked medical science and everything from studying feminine because they're an anomaly, because we're alien in nature, just like cats. They can't really study. I'm like, but why is the cat like this when the dog? And they're like, we don't know. They're like aliens. I'm like, what? This is what the fucking vet told me. They're like, we don't actually know. We don't understand why cats are like, it's like some alien shit. And I'm like, oh, checks out. Valyrians were cats. My people, cat heads, blue. So, um, yeah. So to each their own. Oh, you want to see who's behind me? I left the homies up here. Who's behind me over here is Green Tara and Ganesha and Lady Portia. And the reason why I left them up here is because I think they're very good. The first one is Green Tara, Supreme Protection. She's Hindu, but I also believe that um, she's also in like Japanese and Chinese and stuff like this. Supreme Protection, you are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitations and trust. Because she's awesome. And then also Hindu is Ganesha, Lord Ganesha, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing with the lotus. So we're blooming out of the mud, all these flowers. And then Lady Portia is about divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And she has all this purple. So it's really about awakening the crown chakra, right? That's why I left them up here because I think they're really good. Normally I pull new ones every time, but they asked me to hang out a little longer. So I left them up here because I mean you want them to have your back too, right? Like that's it. Like I project out for the collective. Um Females are important for humans to live. More than that, we are the portal. The pussy is the portal between the ethers and the physical realm. Period. The womb, the womb is creation itself. The womb of this planet, the womb of the universe, everything is based on the womb. The womb. The womb. The womb man. Man actually came from the womb. The womb man. Imagine that. And how the etymology of words and how we've changed and rewritten things. Like his story. Like this was all made up. The patriarchy, they rewrote it. It became his story when it's actually her story. But she's like, oh, whatever, just let him have it. His ego fucking needs it. And now she's like, you know what? We've been asleep. We sat back for long enough, and you guys have raped and pillaged and burned and done all this shit for long enough. And now they're like, mess with the wrong bitch in the wrong era because divine feminine is rage is waking up, and Durga and Kali are coming in hot, and Lilith is bringing her fucking everybody from the underworld, and they're just bringing them all of the armies of the dead and the undead and the fucking